Welcome back to Only Talk Sports, and tonight we have the 2023 NBA Playoffs Western Conference First Round Game 3 live reaction and watch party between the Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors. This might be the Warriors' last chance. They're down 0-2, and they need a big win, and Draymond Green, he is out. He is suspended for this game, but the game has just tipped off. The Sacramento Kings, they have the basketball first, and they're up 2-0 in this series. So can the Kings go up 3-0 and potentially put the Warriors away? Sabonis with the ball. He swings it over to Kevin Huerter, and Huerter turns it over. So it will be Golden State Warriors basketball. It's 0-0, 11:42 to go in the first quarter. So Curry with the basketball. He's going to have a bigger load in this game without Draymond Green. Klay Thompson will have to have a big game as well. Jordan Poole, the three Splash Brothers, if you want to include Jordan Poole, they're going to have to play really well. Klay Thompson, his first three goes in and out. He almost got it to drop, but it did not go in. And now you have the Kings bringing the ball back up the floor. De'Aaron Fox, who's been on a roll in these playoffs, his shot is up and it's no good. It almost went in, and there is a foul underneath, I think, on the Warriors. So it might be some free throws for De'Aaron Fox, but we will have to see what the refs do decide. There's 11:16 to go in the first, and they have Mike Brown showing him as the coach of the year in the NBA, and he is definitely deserving of it because of the fact of what he's been able to do with the Sacramento Kings, turning them around the first time they've been in the playoffs since 2006. And De'Aaron Fox's first free throw goes in and out. So it is still 0-0. But Mike Brown, he has done a masterclass of a job with the Kings. Definitely, they have a good roster that's improving, especially with the trades that they've made. But he still has had to coach them up. He's done a really good job. But De'Aaron Fox misses both free throws. So it's still 0-0. It's rare to see De'Aaron Fox miss two free throws like that. But then the Warriors sloppy yet again. Curry with the turnover. The Warriors they cannot turn it over. They're going to have to play much better on not doing that if they want to win this game. The Kings on the other end, they miss a three. So it is still 0-0, 10:50 to go in the first quarter. Still no scoring. Klay Thompson with the basketball. He has it for the Warriors, kicks back to Poole. Now it is over to Curry. Curry trying to make a move. Curry kicks to Poole. Poole driving into the lane, and Poole is fouled. I think the foul's on the floor. No free throws there, so it's going to still be 0-0. Somebody's got to make a shot, and they're showing Steve Kerr. His Warriors are 56-12 at home in the playoffs. That is an unbelievable record overall to be that good in the playoffs year over year. Yes, they have a good roster, but still, that is a big feat. Wiggins with the basketball. He inbounds to Curry. Curry trying to get going in this game. Anybody for either team to finally make a shot. Curry for two, and his shot is off. Looney with the offensive rebound. He kicks over to Wiggins. Wiggins' shot is no good. And now you've got De'Aaron Fox bringing the ball up the floor for the Kings. He gets it inside, and there's a steal by Curry. Curry up the floor to Poole. Poole slams it home, and it's 2-0 Warriors. Big dunk there, big steal for the Warriors on the Kings. Now Huerter with the ball, swings to Fox over in the corner, and the Kings miss a three there. Keegan Murray could not get the shot to fall. Now you've got the Warriors bringing the ball up the floor again. Klay Thompson down the lane, and there is a blocking foul on the Sacramento Kings. So it will be a foul on the floor. I don't think there's shots at the line, but we will see what the refs do decide to call again. But definitely some high-flying action early. You can tell the intensity is there for the Warriors. They definitely want to win this game. They have to win this game. You just cannot go down 3-0 in a series. Nobody has ever done it before. Still surprising it's never happened. You do feel like eventually it will, just like a 16 seed over a 1 in March Madness, but who knows when that will happen. The Warriors miss down low. Now Sabonis bringing the ball up the floor. Sabonis into the lane, being guarded by Klay Thompson. He loses the basketball. Steal. Now Wiggins down the floor to Klay Thompson for three, and Klay Thompson knocks down the shot. 5-0 Warriors, and the Warriors crowd is going nuts. Now Sabonis with the ball, bringing it up the floor. He kicks it back out to De'Aaron Fox. Fox is trying to make a move, but he kicks it back out. Now he gets the ball screen from Sabonis. Fox to Sabonis in the lane. And Sabonis, he gets the first points on the board for the Sacramento Kings. It's 5-2. 9:20 to go in the first quarter. Curry with the basketball, swings to Wiggins. Wiggins is being guarded by Harrison Barnes, and his shot is no good. Now you've got Sabonis bringing the ball up the floor. 5-2 deficit for the Kings. Kings are definitely trying to find some offense early in this game. He kicks to Huerter, and Kevin Huerter down low knocks down the jump shot. 5-2-4. Kings have cut it to 1. 8:50 to go in the first quarter. Warriors maintain a 1-point lead. Jordan Poole, he has the basketball. He's definitely been kind of quiet these playoffs for the Warriors. Maybe he can get going in this game, especially because it is a home game for the Warriors where they are a much better basketball team. So you definitely would think he would heat up. And he probably will have to without Draymond Green, who is not an offensive threat most games, but he definitely is a player that does a lot for the Warriors offense and defense, passing the ball and just playing good defense. And he also is a guy that gets into the opponent's attention span where they're always having to pay attention to him. But then you have Curry at the top of the key, drilling a three for the Warriors. It's 8-4 over the Kings. Now you've got on the other end, Kings driving it into the lane, and De'Aaron Fox with an easy-looking floater. And it was not an easy-looking shot, but he made it look simple. 8-6, Warriors over the Kings. 8:20 to go in the first quarter. Wiggins driving into the lane, and he is fouled by Huerter. So I think that Wiggins will have a couple of foul shots. With some high-level action between the Kings and the Warriors. It has been a really good series, even though we have seen so far a 2-0 lead for Sacramento over the Warriors, but it has been a good series. Both games were really solid. They said most points in the playoff debut. Luka Doncic with 42, De'Aaron Fox with 38, John Williams with 38, and George McCann with 37. That's awesome there for De'Aaron Fox. Andrew Wiggins' first free throw is up, and it's short. No good. 8-6. Got to make your free throw, especially when you are at home. 8:18 to go in the first quarter. Andrew Wiggins this season averaged 17.1 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and he missed the final 25 games of the season with personal reasons. Unfortunately for the Warriors, that really cost them a lot of potential wins. 9-6 Warriors, though, up by 3 after Wiggins does hit the second free throw. De'Aaron Fox picks the basketball up, brings it across half court. Sabonis with the ball screen at the top of the key. Fox rejects it, kicks it back out now to Sabonis. Sabonis driving on Looney in the lane. Sabonis turns, goes up over the top of Looney and lays it in. 9-8. Kings have cut it to 1 again. Under 8 to go in the first quarter. Sabonis with 4 points and 3 rebounds early for the Kings. He's playing well after being stepped on by Draymond Green, which is why he is suspended for a game. Thankfully, Sabonis seems to be okay in handling it, even though he's probably still in a world of pain. Wiggins at the top of the key, though, for the Warriors, and they're knocking down threes, and they shoot the ball much better at home, and it's looking good for the Warriors early from the outside. 12-8 Warriors. Huerter with the basketball for the Kings. Back to Sabonis. Sabonis behind the back to Huerter, and his three is offline. That would have been a really pretty assist for Domantas Sabonis. Now Klay Thompson kicks to Jordan Poole. Poole in the lane. Poole goes up strong, and there is a foul on the drive. So it looks like there will be some free throws. Definitely, you can tell that the game plan for the Warriors is to shoot threes when they're available, and then other times just drive and attack, get to the foul line. A very good strategy that they probably could have deployed when they were on the road, but they just were not able to do a good job of that overall. But now they're doing a much better job of it at home, and they have the crowd on their side, and they're looking very confident early. Jordan Poole, his first free throw is up, and it is good. So it is 13-8, 7:22 to go in the first quarter. The Warriors have a 5-point lead over the Kings. A really good start for the Warriors, and definitely the start that they needed to get, their mental aspect back in order, psychologically feel confident enough to be able to have a chance to win this series still. But Poole, his second free throw is no good. So it's still 13-8. Kings are down by 5 points. 7:10 to go in the first quarter. De'Aaron Fox brings the ball up the floor again. He's driving into the lane on Klay Thompson, and he loses the basketball out of bounds, and they call the ball off of the Kings. So it will be Warriors basketball, and they're up by 5 points. 7:07 to go in the first quarter. And the Warriors right now, a lot of things are going their way, unlike when they were at the Kings. Curry with the basketball being guarded by De'Aaron Fox. Curry in the lane, kicks to Klay Thompson, and Thompson's three is no good. That would have been a great look if that had dropped in for Klay Thompson. Sabonis into the lane, and he looks like he traveled, but they didn't call it. He had to have traveled. Harrison Barnes shoots a three, and it's short. Looney with the rebound for the Warriors. Now Curry bringing the ball up the floor for the Warriors. He's trying to drive in. He shoots the three. It's no good. And now you've got De'Aaron Fox with the ball for the Kings. Back on the other end. Both teams are running the floor. Fox takes the mid-range two, and he gets it to drop 13-10, and the Warriors left them open. If you're going to leave them open, De'Aaron Fox says, I'm taking the shot. But on the other end, Warriors up the floor before the Kings could get back on defense, and Wiggins lays it in 15-10. Warriors now up by 5. 6 to go in the first. De'Aaron Fox for the Kings kicks to Huerter. Now to Harrison Barnes. Sabonis kicks to Huerter. Huerter in the lane. His shot is off again. Huerter is struggling to hit shots early in this game. And I think there is a foul on the Kings, and we have our first TV timeout. 15-10, Golden State Warriors over the Sacramento Kings. And we've got a good one to start this game. But looking at the NBA, you did see earlier tonight, the Philadelphia 76ers escaped over the Brooklyn Nets. They are now 3-0 on that series, and they look like they've got that series locked up. No team's ever come back from 3 down, and it doesn't look like the Nets are going to be able to do it. You never know, anything's possible, but that was a very tough loss. Definitely a couple calls that the Nets were not happy about at the end of that game, but it is what it is, and the 76ers go up 3-0 in the series, and now you've got this game. Can the Sacramento Kings go on the road and beat the Golden State Warriors and go up 3-0 on the Warriors and Curry? And that would be horrible for the Warriors. They would be basically mathematically out of the series because nobody's ever come back from 3 down. That doesn't mean that the Warriors could not do it, but the fact that no one has ever done it before does not bode well overall for Curry and Klay Thompson and the Warriors. I don't think that it's a great sign overall. It just, you cannot go down 3-0. The Warriors, it's now or never time. You got to win this game if you want to have a chance to win the series. Jackson Johnson says if the Warriors lose tonight, it'll be the first time since the 1987 Western Conference semifinals that they are down 3-0. Insane. That just goes to show how good they've been for so long with Steve Kerr at coach and Stephon Curry and Klay Thompson recently. Jack said the Kings win tonight will be the first time in franchise history that they're leading 3-0 in a playoff series. That is crazy. That just goes to show you overall that the Kings have not had a great history in the NBA. They've definitely struggled overall. But to your point, if they can get this win, they'll be up 3-0 for the first time ever, and they'll have a great chance to win this series. Jeff is here. Thanks for being here, Jeff, and Jackson as well. Jeff says, I'm here ready to go. It's now or never for the Warriors. 100%. Is definitely now or never. And I think that the Warriors know that. You could tell their intensity is really high in this game. I think that they really want to be able to win this game. They're up 15-10 right now, and when they're at home, they pass the ball better. They shoot threes at a much higher clip. They don't turn the ball over as much. I think that if they can do that in this game, they'll have a great chance to beat the Kings, because I think the Kings are a really good team. I really believe that they have shown that they're playing at a high level, and they could be a really dangerous team in the NBA, especially this season with Mike Brown and De'Aaron Fox, now Sabonis, and some of the other players that they have. Malik Monk, when he's coming off the bench making shots, they're a dangerous team. But they were able to beat the Warriors at home twice, and the Warriors overall were sloppy. They were not hitting as many threes as they normally do. And again, they were just very sloppy overall. They played some awful basketball on the road, so they're going to have to do a much better job in this game at home if they want to be able to win. The Kings are for real. They're playing at an extremely high level, and they do not want to show that they're a fluke. They want to prove to the NBA world that they are a good team, and they want to be able to advance farther in this playoffs than a lot of people think that they would. And they are the higher seed for a reason. They're a 3 seed. Yes, the Warriors were without Wiggins for a while due to personal reasons. They were without Curry for a while due to injury. So potentially the Warriors would have been a higher seed if they had all those players. But it is what it is. You've got to be able to find a way to win now. It doesn't matter anymore where you're seated. The time is now. You have to be able to win. And the backs are against the wall for the Warriors. They are down 2-0 in this series. And you've got this game at home. This is their opportunity to be able to maybe wrest away some of that, energy that the Kings have, some of that momentum, and get it back for the Warriors winning this game and being able to win the next game as well. And if they can get this back to a 2-2 series, it's like it never, the series never started. The Warriors are right back in it, and they still have a chance to win this series. But if the Kings, if they want to win this series, win this game, because you'll have a great chance overall being up 3-0 in the fact nobody's ever come back from 3 down before. But this is a good-looking game overall. Really looking forward to it. And Jordan Poole, he is at the line for the Warriors. I think the Kings are already in the bonus, which is not good for them at all. But Poole, he drains the first free throw. So it's 16-10 over the Kings. 6 to go in the first quarter. Kings are down by 6. Definitely a little sluggish on the offensive end to start this game, and the Warriors are doing a bit better of a job on that end. And Poole's second free throw is good as well, so it's 17-10. Sacramento is down by 7. And Sacramento's on the road. So they, whether they're up or down, do not have the crowd on their side anymore like they did when they were in Sacramento. Sabonis with the ball, trying to drive. He kicks to Herder again. Herder in the lane, and he finally gets a shot to drop. Herder has definitely been struggling to shoot the basketball to start this game, but he finally gets a shot to fall. 17-12. Kings cut the lead for the Warriors down to 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's in the game. He kicks to Klay Thompson. Over to Moses Moody. You got some more of the players coming in earlier now that Draymond Green is not in the game. DiVincenzo with the basketball for the Warriors trying to make a play. Kicks to Jordan Poole. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Poole for 3. It's offline, and Herder with the rebound. Kings down the floor. Down by 5. 5 to go in the first. Davion Mitchell kicks to Sabonis. Back to Herder. Herder shoots a 3, and Herder's 3 is off. Herder still kind of struggling early in this game. He definitely got going there a bit with the floater, but his shooting splits do not look good so far. Klay Thompson's 3 is off as well. So Sabonis is bringing the ball up the floor like a guard for the Kings. He kicks down low, and you've got a major block by the Warriors on Malik Monk, who's now into the game for the Kings. What a block. The defensive intensity is ratcheted up for the Warriors. And DiVincenzo, he misses a 3. But Moses Moody gets the rebound. And now you've got an offensive rebound, now a defensive rebound. The Kings bringing the ball up the floor. Malik Monk goes up strong. Malik Monk lays it in. 17-14, 4:20 to go in the first quarter. Curry is on the bench, having a breather. But now the Warriors have the basketball. Jordan Poole, he has it trying to drive. Now he kicks to Looney. Looney to Klay Thompson. He fakes it to Klay. Now gets into Moses Moody. And Moses Moody for 3 off the bench. Moses Moody out of Arkansas. He's had a lot of success overall in his college career. And now he's doing some big things in the NBA. Now a missed 3 from the Kings. They're starting to get cold on the offensive end again. Warriors up by 6. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Jordan Poole with the basketball, kicks to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson drives back. Herder kicks to Poole for 3, and Jordan Poole's 3 is no good. DiVincenzo tried to tap it back out, and now DiVincenzo brings the ball back out. Now over to Klay Thompson for 3, and Klay Thompson is splashed. 23-14. 3:29 to go in the first quarter, and the Warriors are now up by 9, and there is a timeout by the Kings. The Kings do not like the way this game is going, and they call a timeout there. Trent Verano says, think that F2 on Harden was a bad call. Yeah, Harden, I mean, it definitely was a interesting play there overall. I think that there was a lot of chippiness in that game between the Nets and the 76ers. You didn't want it to really get out of hand. I can definitely understand that overall, but it is a bang-bang play. The refs have to make a decision. It is very tough overall. Shifty, thanks for being here, says just show the game. Well, unfortunately, I mean, YouTube can't really do that, but I got the score up, and I really appreciate you for being here. Got a really good game. Try to commentate as best as possible, but I really appreciate all you guys for being here. Thanks for being here as well. Trent Verano says momentum turnover, and I completely agree with you right there. Momentum turnover. The Warriors are turning the Kings over like the Kings were turning the Warriors over when it was at the Kings. I think this is definitely the recipe for success with the Warriors being able to win this game. They're knocking threes down, and more importantly, the team that's turning the basketball over more is Sacramento, and that is how the Warriors are going to be able to win this game. If this trend continues for the rest of this game, in the fact that the Warriors are going to be the one taking care of the ball more and the Splash Brothers are knocking down threes, then I think that the Warriors are in absolute great shape to be able to win this game. It's going to be very interesting overall. I'm looking forward to the rest of this game. Really appreciate all you guys for being here so far. Like the stream down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. But more importantly, I really appreciate all you guys for being here so far. Got a great game on deck. The NBA playoffs have been a lot of fun so far. I know a lot of people only watch the NBA during the playoffs. I don't blame them. Something about this, the game of 7 and the fact, you have the playing game being elimination, but with one game. A lot of people like the excitement overall. That's why a lot of people like March Madness as well for the excitement. They do not watch the regular season, which I totally understand. But these games are really fun in the regular season as well. But now that you got the playoffs, all of it means more. You got to be able to win now. There's, win or go home. It's very interesting overall. And the Warriors are a team that have had a lot of success in the NBA playoffs the past few years with Curry and Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. They're a veteran bunch, and you have Steve Kerr, head coach. The continuity is there, but they just have not been the same team this season, whether it's been due to some of the injuries that they've had, whether it's been due to the fact that overall they just haven't gotten that continuity altogether. Maybe it's because they're getting a little older. Some people have even said that. Is it because they're getting a little bit older? Who knows what the reason may be? But I do think that overall, the Warriors are still a really good team. In the playoffs, you got to go all the way. Just because the Kings are up 2-0 does not mean that this series is over by any stretch of the imagination. I think that the Warriors, if they can win this game, can still get the momentum back in this series. But what I'm saying is all talk. The Warriors have to actually go out there and do that. They got to go out there and play at a high level. And if they can do that, I think the success and probability of them having a chance to win the series is great because of the fact that they've had so much success in the past. They've been here before. I think the biggest thing a lot of people wonder with the Kings, are they too young? Is the youth going to catch up to them? They haven't had that problem. And yes, they have players that are not used to being in the playoffs, but Harrison Barnes, to be fair, is 30 years old. Sabonis has been in the league for a few years. They definitely have players that are, experienced in the NBA. They might not be experienced in the playoffs, but they're experienced in the NBA. I think that definitely helps a lot. Jeff says it will be close at the end. I think it will be. I'm liking the way the Warriors are playing right now, but I don't know if they will be able to play this well the whole time. But it is going to be interesting for sure. But I do think that hopefully it's a really close game. And for Warriors fans, hopefully they can get the win to be able to keep the series really interesting. But for Kings fans, it'd be huge if they could get this win. Because if they can, they'll have a basically 100% chance to be able to win this series based on the odds in the past of teams going up 3-0. But Malik Monk, he has the basketball, and he flips over to Davion Mitchell, and Davion Mitchell has been really good for the Kings off the bench in the playoffs, and he drains a three right there. 23-17. 3 to go in the first quarter. Dante DiVincenzo, he has the basketball, bringing it up the floor, being guarded by Malik Monk. DiVincenzo swings to Klay Thompson, and Klay Thompson's three is short. So now you've got the Kings bringing it back up the floor. Malik Monk, who's had big games for the Kings in the first 2 games of the series. His first shot is no good. And you've got an easy rebound there for Jordan Poole. He kicks it up the floor. Warriors are driving it. Moses Moody is driving into the lane. Moses Moody kicks it back out to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson with 10 on the shot clock. He drives into the lane, and he kicks outside to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo inside to Moses Moody. Definitely some good passing from the Warriors. Only 4 seconds on the shot clock. DiVincenzo for 3, and his 3 is no good. Sabonis with the board. 23-17, 2:10 to go in the first quarter. Sabonis has the basketball. 2:05 to go in the first quarter. He's being guarded. Now he's got Malik Monk on, and he loses the ball out of bounds, but they will keep the ball with the Kings. So definitely some pretty good defense from the Warriors. They're really hustling right now, and they're giving fits overall to the Kings, trying to be able to score on the offensive end. I feel like the Warriors are doing a really good job of neutralizing them on the offensive end, really staying in front of them, making their shots really tough. Davion Mitchell kicks the ball inside, back to Mitchell. Trey Lyles is into the game for the Kings as well. Mitchell drives into the lane. He's just dribbling all over around the world on the court. His 3 is no good. And DiVincenzo, he gets the rebound for the Warriors. 23-17, 1:40 to go in the first quarter. DiVincenzo kicks to Moses Moody. Klay Thompson on the left block, driving in on Malik Monk. Thompson kicks in the corner. Warriors for 3, and the 3 is offline. No good there by JaMychal Green, who's into the game for the Warriors. Still a 6-point lead, however, for the Warriors. Kings driving, and Malik Monk goes up strong. And Malik Monk's shot is no good. Malik Monk gets the ball back. Good defense by the Warriors. They could not get the rebound. And the Kings for 3. 23-20. And that's why you've got to be able to box out. And Terrence Davis hits the big 3 for Sacramento. 23-20. Golden State up by 3. 1 to go in the first. JaMychal Green kicks to Moses Moody for 3, and Moses Moody knocks it down. He's hit a couple big threes for the Warriors in this first quarter off of the bench. 55 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Malik Monk into the lane, kicks outside to Trey Lyles, and I think there is a foul called underneath. So there will be some free throws overall, I think, unless the team is not in the bonus yet. Maybe the Warriors are not in the bonus overall. They might not be. They might have to inbound the ball. But De'Aaron Fox, he is on the bench taking a break for the Kings, and Sacramento's hanging around, doing everything they can to stay in this game. But the Warriors have definitely dominated this first quarter. But as much as they've dominated, they're only up by 6. It was not a too bad place to be for the Kings. Now you've got Trey Lyles trying to inbound the basketball. He almost cannot. And there's a steal. DiVincenzo up the floor, and there is a foul. 51.8 seconds left in the first. I think they called the foul on the Kings, so it might be some free throws for DiVincenzo. I think the Kings are in the bonus, but we'll have to see what the refs call. Definitely sometimes it's hard to tell based on what the refs do, who the foul is on, but I do think it is on the Kings. I'm not 100% sure. It looked like DiVincenzo foul, but who knows what they're going to call. Trent Verano, he says Warriors got to step because second half that Kings bench start digging them. Yes, they definitely have a deeper bench, I would say, without Draymond Green, and plus maybe anyway overall, but you do have a point. The Warriors are definitely going to have to find a way to get up in this game by a decent amount to be able to stay in front. DiVincenzo's first free throw, it almost went in, but it rolled around and it fell out. So no free throw there. He does have another free throw to potentially put the Warriors up by 3 scores. DiVincenzo's averaging 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists this season for the Warriors in 72 games. He's had a solid season. I think he has improved this year. His second free throw is good. So it's 27-20. 50 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Kings are down by 7. Their offense has sputtered a bit in this first quarter at times. They've had some decent moments, but I feel like the Warriors have been the more consistent team on the offensive end of the floor. You've got Fox driving in the lane. He kicks out to Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles into the lane, and he misses the shot. Now Curry up the floor for the Warriors. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Stephon Curry, he has not done too much in this first quarter, but some of his teammates have definitely done a great job being able to get the Warriors up like they are right now in this game. Now you've got JaMychal Green, kicks to Moses Moody. Moses Moody for 3 in the corner. He misses. But down low, you've got Wiggins with the rebound for the Warriors. He kicks to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo drives. He's trying to make a move. He blows by Trey Lyles. Up and in. What a play by Donte DiVincenzo. He blew by Trey Lyles behind the back dribble, and he floats it home. That's a beautiful play. Maybe SportsCenter top 10 if they deem it worthy enough. That was a really good play by Donte DiVincenzo. That was sweet. And the Warriors have a really good first quarter brewing, 29-20 at the end of the first. If they can replicate that performance for 3 more quarters, they will get their first win in this series. But that was a really good play by Donte DiVincenzo. That was an NBA level play, a fantastic drive and finish by DiVincenzo. But for Sacramento, this game is probably going to be the most important game for them in this series. Because even though they can still win this series, if they lose this game, obviously they'll still have a really great chance to win being up 2-1. If they win this game, you would almost say it's lights out on the Warriors yet again. I think for Sacramento, it would be a great deed of them for, their chances to be able to advance in these playoffs to get this win. Obviously, you don't have to win to be able to advance, but I think that it would do wonders for their chances because the Warriors, you don't want to give them a chance. It's not like you're playing a team that's not had a lot of success in the playoffs either as of late. The Warriors are one of those teams that have won NBA titles. They know how to advance. They know how to come back in series. And the fact they're only down 2-0 in this series, it's not 3-0. The Warriors know they still have a great chance if they can win both of these home games. It will be very interesting to see if Sacramento can go ahead and take care of business and almost, shun the Warriors, get them out of the way, go up 3-0, and then just have to win one of the home games to be able to advance. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. I'm really looking forward to this game because if the Warriors win, it's going to make this series be very intriguing for much longer and potentially make this a 6 or 7 game series. And it's going to go down to the wire on who's going to win overall, but it's going to be very interesting. I know a lot of people do want the Kings to win. And I don't blame them because the Kings have not had success in a long time, and they've never been up 3-0 in a series. So they are definitely the underdog, even though they have the higher, the lower seed. They are the better team in the standings. They're the 3 seed. The Warriors are the 6 seed. So I definitely can get behind that for sure. I really would like to be able to see the Kings make a run in the playoffs. To be really cool. But for the Warriors, they're definitely going to have to find a way to turn it around. They are the underdog in a way, even though the Kings are the underdogs in the fact that they haven't had a lot of success in the playoffs and because they have a team full of guys that are not used to being in this predicament. The Warriors are by far the underdog in this role because they're down 2-0 and they're the 6th seed and they need to find a way to win. And they're probably not going to have many more years of this group being as great as they are with Curry, Clay, Draymond Green, and some of the other players that they have. Yes, Wiggins and Jordan Poole are younger, but the core group of guys that are the reason the Warriors are the Warriors, specifically Clay and Curry, they're getting older. So their time of being great is going to start to diminish. So it will be very interesting to see how that dynamic happens. I think that the Kings are definitely a team that's given the Warriors fits due to their youth. They're a energized team. They have a lot of hops. They have speed. They're blowing by the Warriors in a lot of plays. They're doing everything they possibly can to win. It's been very fun to watch overall. But I do think that the Kings have definitely, inspired people in a lot of ways and given them the belief that they can get this job done. But right now, they definitely are struggling a bit on the road. They are down 29-20 as we start this second quarter. The Warriors, they started splashing some threes in the first quarter. They were knocking down most of their free throws. They did not turn the ball over as much. The Kings had 5 turnovers in that first quarter, and the Warriors scored 6 points off of those turnovers. So they definitely struggled overall taking care of the basketball, and that definitely helped out the Warriors have success in that first quarter. But there's 11:50 to go in the second quarter, and Curry is bringing the ball up before his team up by 9 points. He's driving into the lane. He takes a step back three, his signature play, and he is not able to knock it down, and the Kings get the basketball. De'Aaron Fox up the floor for Sacramento. He shoots a three. It's no good, and there is a rebound by JaMychal Green. Warriors are still up by 9 points. 11:30 to go in the second quarter. Donte DiVincenzo to Moses Moody. He's hit a couple big threes already. He misses the shot, and there's a rebound for the Kings. Fox up the floor for Sacramento. He kicks over to Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell in the lane. What a sweet play by Davion Mitchell, and he finishes it 29-22. Sacramento has cut it to 7. 11:10 to go in the second quarter. Donte DiVincenzo, who just had a sweet finish at the end of that first quarter, he has the basketball at the top of the key, kicks to Curry, and he chunks up a shot. He almost got that ridiculous shot to fall, but it does not. Now the Kings are back up the floor. Down low for the Kings, trying to go up strong. Good defense from the Warriors, but there is a foul. I guess they played him a little bit too hard there. Trem Ross is pretty finished on that. For sure, that was a beautiful finish by DiVincenzo. And Jeff said that was an incredible move and shot, 100%. But the Kings are doing a good job to start this second quarter, kind of creeping back a little bit, cutting the lead. The Warriors were up by 9. It's now down to 7. And now the Kings have a couple of free throws to potentially cut the lead even further. 10:52 to go in the second quarter, and the Kings' first free throw is up, and it is good. So it's 29-23. Now it's a 6-point game, and you have a couple more substitutions for the Warriors. They're bringing a couple other players into the game, definitely trying to keep their players fresh and not be exhausted since they have a bit of a, fewer guys in the rotation without Draymond Green. They definitely are having to bring in some more guys that they don't normally play. Probably a smart move by Steve Kerr because of the fact that he knows they're at home and they really need to be able to keep their guys fresh. But Alex Len, he's at the line for the second free throw for Sacramento, and his second free throw is up, and it is good as well. So nice free throws by the 7-footer. 29-24, 10:50 to go in the second quarter. Donte DiVincenzo bringing the ball up the floor again for the Warriors. Very interesting how they're having him bring the ball up the floor and then get Curry off screens, trying to get him open for threes. Curry coming off the screen, kicks over to Kuminga, and his three is offline, and you've got Huerter with the rebound. Sacramento's closing in fast, only down 5 now. Davion Mitchell in the lane. Mitchell kicks over to Lyles in the corner. Lyles' three is no good. And the ball is off of Sacramento. So it will be Warriors basketball. The Warriors are up 5, and they will have a chance to try to extend this lead a little bit more. The Warriors have not scored yet in the second quarter. They definitely need some points to be able to stay in front of Sacramento. DiVincenzo with the ball. Kicks to Wiggins. Wiggins in the mid-range, and his shot is good. 31-24. Warriors are back up by 7. Now on the other end, Kings for 3. Lyles misses again, but is there a foul? I think there might be a foul on the Warriors, so the ball will stay with Sacramento. 10:04 to go in the second quarter. Very interesting there that there was a foul call. Let's see what happened. Trey Lyles went up for the three. They didn't call a foul on the three, but I might have been down low. I think it might have been on Kuminga down low. So they got him for the infraction. And now Sacramento keeps De'Aaron Fox with the ball. He does a step back three, and his step back three is good. 31-27. What a play by De'Aaron Fox, showing his stardom. 7 points and 2 assists for Fox. Beautiful shot. 9:30 to go in the second quarter, and there is a turnover by the Warriors, something they have avoided for the most part in this game, but they just turned it over there. 31-27. De'Aaron Fox, he has the basketball, driving on Curry. He goes up strong, and there is a foul on the Warriors yet again. So the fouls are starting to rack up on Golden State in the second quarter. You definitely do not want to be picking up so many fouls like that in the first half of a game. You want to save your fouls for the second half when you're going to need them in key moments. But they called it on Wiggins. He is not happy there. He did not feel like he fouled. And I think there's another foul, but this time it's on Sacramento. So we will be going back the other way. The Warriors will have the ball again. I think it was on that screen. I think they called it on De'Aaron Fox for pushing off. Yeah, you definitely cannot do that. That was a bad push off by De'Aaron Fox. And now the Warriors have the ball again, up by 4. Desperately needing a bucket. Curry at the top of the key, though. He will provide that. 34-27, 9:15 to go in the second quarter. Great shot by Stephon Curry, the leading three-point shooter in NBA history, and he just keeps on growing his lead on Ray Allen. De'Aaron Fox on the other end, though. He responds with a three of his own. 34-30, under 9 to go in the second quarter. Curry with the basketball. Curry and Fox draining some threes. Curry into the lane. Curry goes up strong. He's blocked from behind by Lin, and they do call a foul on that drive. 8:52 to go in the second quarter, and they got Alex Lin for the foul on Curry's drive. He thought he had a clean block there, and it definitely looked like the block itself was clean, but I do think they got him some for the body. You've got to be able to not get him with the body. That is sometimes tough to do when you are that big of a player. But Curry, he is at the line, and he is a great free throw shooter as well. You do not want to get Curry at the foul line. He is going to make his free throws more often than not. He's got 6 points and a rebound and an assist in this game, 2 of 3 from 3, and his first free throw is good. Nothing but nylon. 35-30, 8:52 to go in the second quarter. Now you've got Curry. He'll have another free throw that he will be able to shoot to potentially put the Warriors up by 6 points. He should knock it down because he is a great free throw shooter. You never know. Sometimes he does miss, but he is really good at the line, and he knocks it down. Nothing but net again. 36-30. Sacramento is now down by 6 again with Fox bringing the ball up the floor. The offense is definitely starting to percolate for both teams at a higher level in the second quarter. De'Aaron Fox, he goes up strong. He does not hit the shot on that layup. It was a really good look, but he wasn't able to hit it. But Lin with the offensive rebound. Now Malik Monk driving in the lane, kicks to Trey Lyles in the corner. Trey Lyles has really been struggling in this game overall. He's trying to drive, and what a block by Wiggins on the weak side. He rejects that shot by Trey Lyles. And DiVincenzo, he kicks to Wiggins. Wiggins for 3, and he knocks it down. 39-30, 8:10 to go in the second quarter, and the Warriors, their lead has increased back to 9 points. Wiggins has 11. He's playing solid. And then De'Aaron Fox on the other end. His layup is no good. Curry down the floor. Curry, he kicks it over to Kuminga. Kuminga down the lane. He tried to go up strong for a slam dunk, and there is a foul. That would have been a highlight dunk for Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga almost just got the dunk of maybe the year, but he was not able to knock it down. So it's a 9-point lead for the Warriors over the Kings, and I do think that we will have a timeout. That was a big play. They do not call a timeout. They're going to continue play. It looked like they were going to go to a TV timeout. But Kuminga, he tried to go over to Lin, and that was definitely a foul on Lin, but he was not going to let him dunk that home. But Kuminga misses the first free throw. You got to make your free throws in playoff games. Kuminga's averaged 9 points, 3 rebounds this season. He's definitely had a solid year in 20.8 minutes per game. So he's definitely playing more than he ever has before and definitely starting to step up for the Warriors. But he does miss the first free throw, and his second free throw is no good as well. You got to make your free throws better than that. But the Warriors get their own rebound there. Wiggins in the lane, and he throws it away. What a bad pass by Wiggins. They were not on the same page, and very reminiscent to the end of the game when you watch the Nets and 76ers. There was a turnover late because of miscommunication. Got to have communication when you're passing the ball to your teammates. Eye contact is key. But you've got Malik Monk dribbling around on Kuminga. He gets by Kuminga with a Sabonis screen. Now Davion Mitchell for three, and it's no good. And the ball is tipped up by Sabonis, but he does not end up with the basketball. Now you've got Kuminga bringing the ball up the floor for the Golden State Warriors after missing 2 free throws. Big misses there at the line. Kuminga driving in again, and the ball is knocked out by De'Aaron Fox. So there's 7:15 to go in the second quarter, and it's still 39-30. Sacramento is down by 9. Their offense is completely stalled. Looney, he has 0 points for the Warriors, but he's got 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Definitely showing you can impact a game without scoring sometimes. And now I think we have that TV timeout. 39-30, Warriors up by 9, and they will have the basketball out of the timeout. It's been a really good game so far. I'm liking the effort by both teams, but I do feel like the Warriors' sense of urgency is there, the type of urgency that they need if they want to win this game. You can tell that they are doing everything they possibly can to win. They have had a few sloppy turnovers in the last couple minutes, but they have, for the most part, kept the turnovers to a minimum, which is definitely a good thing if they want to win this game. They have to take care of the basketball. This is the playoffs. There is no sense in turning it over on silly plays, especially when they have the talent that they have on the offensive end with all of the players that they do have. They definitely should not be turning it over at a high rate. And they're starting to knock down some threes. They're definitely doing a really good job starting to make some shots. The Splash Brothers are starting to get hot from the three-point line. And I think they're doing a really good job of driving into the lane and getting some free throws, something that they did not do as good of a job of when they were at Sacramento. They're doing a much better job driving into the lane, and Golden State's getting a lot of free throws because of it. They haven't hit all their free throws, especially Kuminga most blatantly missing 2 free throws. But I do think overall it is a winning strategy for the Warriors to be able to drive in the lane and get some free throws. I think that is definitely a way that they're going to be able to have a lot of success in this series, potentially to be able to come back and win this series if they just continue to pass the ball at a high level and take good shots. That's how you're going to win this series. You have to be able to take care of the basketball and take good shots. And the Warriors have the team to get that done. They've been doing it for a decade. And I think they still have it in them to be able to at least win this series. Maybe not be able to win the whole entire thing. I think that the NBA this year is loaded. You look at all of these teams that are great. The Celtics, and you've got the Bucks. When they're healthy, they are great with Giannis. They're going to have to get him back, though, more than likely if they want to be able to advance. The 76ers look for real. They're playing at an extremely high level. And in the West, the Nuggets are looking really good. There's a lot of teams playing at a high level overall in these NBA playoffs. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with, this series here. Can the Warriors come back? But if they do win, will they be a team that's in title contention? Anybody that's still in the playoffs will have a chance for sure. But I do think that their chances are going to be really hard to come by because of the fact the NBA has so many good teams. And the Warriors, they just have not played some of their best basketball that they normally do. Even though the Kings are a much better team this year, if you had the Warriors from 4 years ago playing against the Kings, there's no way the Kings would have a chance, more than likely the way the Warriors used to play. They just seem to be a little bit more loose with the basketball than they used to be. They're just not taking as good of shots at times. I think they're doing a better job in this game, but they are at home. And a lot of people have talked about that one of the biggest issues with the Warriors this season is that they've been a great home team, but they have not been a good road team for whatever reason. In past years, the Warriors used to never struggle on the road at the rate that they are doing this season. They used to do a much better job of taking care of the basketball on the road. They would take really good shots. They essentially would play like they do at home on the road. Now they're not doing that as much. And I don't know if it is the age. I have no idea if it's just the monotony of being good for so long, and sometimes you just think you can kind of cruise. Who knows what it is? But the Warriors are definitely going to have to find a way to be able to win a road game, or they will not win this series. When you're the underdog, you got to win a road game. That's just the way it is. But the Warriors, they have the basketball up by 9, and they are inbounding with 7:15 to go in the quarter. In the second, Curry, he has the basketball trying to drive on Harrison Barnes. He takes a 3 on Barnes, and his shot is an air ball. But Kuminga, He blew a tire down there. It looked like he had an easy reverse layup, but he could not get it to drop. Now Sabonis on the other end for Sacramento, driving into the lane on Klay Thompson. His shot is up and no good, and the ball is out of bounds off of the Warriors, so it will stay Sacramento basketball. There's a lot of hustle right now. Just right as I was about to say it, Trent Verano, 100% you are correct. Starting to get all more physical. For sure, you definitely can tell that the two teams are frustrated with each other, and I think that's one of the biggest things about playoff series is that you're playing the same team night in, night out, and it gets very chippy because you have to win these games if you want to advance, and that's why you see so much going on. And you have Donte DiVincenzo throwing it off of Kevin Huerter, and it is a turnover. What a play by Donte DiVincenzo. He threw the ball off Huerter, and the ball went out of bounds. So it is Warriors basketball. 6:54 to go in the second quarter. And the Kings have 7 turnovers, and the Warriors have 3. The Kings have definitely been the sloppier basketball team in this game. Yes, they are the road team, and that might be playing a role, but you still have to take care of the basketball. You cannot be sloppy with it. Now, Jordan Poole. He's been quiet for a while. He's bringing the ball up the floor by the Warriors logo. He's trying to drive on Malik Monk into the lane. Poole going up strong. His layup is no good. Good defense by Sabonis. 6:30 to go in the second. Fox for 3. His 3 is no good. And Klay Thompson, he has the rebound for the Warriors. Golden State still maintaining that 9-point lead. Jordan Poole with it. And there is a bad pass from Poole to Klay Thompson. Very sloppy. And Huerter with the very easy dunk. What a bad pass. You had them miscommunicating right there, going back and forth with the ball very lazily, and Huerter just stole that ball and went down the other. And very smart play by Huerter. 39-32, and that's the 4th turnover for the Warriors, something they cannot do if they want to win. Looney kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Looney. Looney tried to get the ball down low, but there is a kick ball. So it's still 39-32 and Poole. His pass right there to Klay was so lazy. That was a horrible pass. And a really good heads-up play by Kevin Huerter. 5:56 to go in the second quarter. 39-32, Warriors lead by 7 points. Klay Thompson with the basketball. Kicks to Looney. Looney over to Poole. Poole's trying to get it back to Looney. Looney down low, and he misses an easy layup. Could not get it to drop. This is some bunnies now for the Warriors. Malik Monk into the lane. Kicks to Harrison Barnes, and Barnes' 3 is no good. Sabonis, though, with the rebound. And he's looking for a foul. Like he got hit in the head, but they did not call it, and the ball is off of the Golden State Warriors with a block there. So it is still a 7-point lead for the Warriors, and the offense for both of these teams have gone cold. You definitely like to see the defensive effort, but still, kind of at times, it's kind of poor offense. You feel like both teams are not really playing well on the offensive end. 5:20 to go in the second quarter. Fox for a step-back 3, and that's just a bad shot. It was at the end of the shot clock, but you got to take better shots than that. Jordan Poole down the floor. He kicks over to Wiggins, and they call a foul, I think, on Wiggins. Maybe with a push-off. So there's a foul on Golden State. Definitely some physical play by both of these teams. It is the playoffs, but still, you got to hold your water and be able to not get cheap fouls like that, specifically offensive fouls that are just useless. I think overall that one could have gone either way. It looks like Fox and Wiggins were both holding each other, so it could have gone either way, but they do give the foul to Wiggins. Sabonis with the ball for Sacramento. They have been struggling to score the last few minutes. Harrison Barnes into the lane. He goes up strong, and there is a foul on Golden State. So Harrison Barnes, he will have a couple of free throws. 5:02 to go in the second quarter. The physicality is off the charts between these two basketball teams right now. And you definitely love to see the effort and hustle, but you definitely don't want to see dirty plays like we have seen some in these playoffs so far. You do not want to see players, being very physical to the other player. That's outside the realm of college basketball and in normal play. You definitely don't want to see some of the play. We've seen a lot of cheap shots being given to some of these players and some of these teams, and it's definitely noticeable for sure. But Harrison Barnes, his first free throw is good, so he'll have another free throw here. The Sacramento Kings are down by 6, 5:02 to go in the second quarter, and his second free throw is no good. Both teams have been missing some free throws. But Curry, he has the basketball for the Warriors, bringing the ball up the floor back in his hands. Let's see what he can do for the Warriors on this play. Curry being guarded by Herter, trying to get the ball to Looney. He does. Looney into the lane. Kicks to Splash Brother Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson being guarded by Sabonis. Klay Thompson in the mid-range. His shot is off. Looney with the rebound. He squirts the ball out to Curry, and Curry with the floater, and it's good. What a play by Looney. That is a hustle play, getting that rebound, somehow getting the ball to Curry. That was a fantastic play. 41-33. Malik Monk fakes the three. Now he kicks to Fox. Sabonis on the left block being guarded by Looney. Sabonis trying to drive, and there's a steal. Bad play by Sabonis. Jordan Poole with the basketball, kicks to Curry. Curry trying to make a move on Sabonis, kicks to Looney, and Looney misses a layup. Looney's missed a couple of chippies, but he's doing a lot else while passing and rebounding, but he can't score to save his life. Kings are down by 8 points. 3:50 to go in the second quarter. Sabonis, he has the ball again, driving on Wiggins this time, and because Wiggins is shorter, he is able to score that time over him. 41-35. Sacramento's cut it to 6, and Sabonis is 6 points and 11 rebounds. He's 3 of 5 from the field right now in this game. Definitely rebounding the ball at a high level. Jordan Poole kicks to Klay Thompson. Now over to Wiggins in the corner. Wiggins three's off, and Looney gets the rebound. Finally, Looney scores. 43-35, another offensive rebound for Kevon Looney. He's got 2 points and 10 rebounds, a ridiculous stat right there. Malik Monk with the ball, driving for Sacramento. He goes up strong. No foul called. He's looking for a foul. Curry down the floor on the other end. Curry shoots a three, and they foul Curry on a three. Kevin Huerter. Curry will have 3 free throws. Curry is a masterclass at finding a way to draw fouls on threes. That is a fantastic play by Stephon Curry. He will have 3 free throws here, and I would not be surprised if he's able to knock them all down. Kevin Huerter, he was trying to guard him on that three, but you just cannot do that. You got to find a way to be able to not foul there. That's just not a good play. You've got to be able to be disciplined and be able to guard without fouling on that three. Curry's got 10 points right now, and he adds to it with that free throw. He's got 11 points now. But they're showing Looney. Look at the effort of Kevon Looney going down on the floor on several plays, getting offensive rebounds. Looney is doing a fantastic job on the glass. Curry's second free throw is in as well. 45-35, he will have 1 more free throw. Can he knock down this one as well? It will be interesting to see for sure. Looney with 2 points, 10 boards, and 5 offensive rebounds to his name in this game. He's doing a great job. And he's going to the bench to get some rest next to Klay Thompson. Looney, that is a well-deserved rest. But we have a timeout before Curry's final free throw. A TV timeout. And I think all the players deserve a rest after the way all of these players are playing. They're playing at a high level. You love the effort. The effort is fantastic between these two teams. And again, the Warriors, it's a must-have win. They have to win this game if they want to be able to have a chance to win this series. For Sacramento, you don't want to say that they're not playing. I think they are playing extremely hard, but their offense is really struggling in this game. And like Trent Verano, like you said earlier, I think that the Warriors are going to have to stay up as well because of the fact you look at the Kings. They do have a deep bench. If Malik Monk can start getting going in the second half, it'll be very hard for the Warriors because of the fact that the Warriors are a team that their bench isn't the deepest right now, and they don't have Draymond Green. They could get tired, and maybe the youth of the Kings will be able to find a way at the end to be able to stay fresh longer, and that could potentially help them get this win. But I do think that the Warriors are doing a really good job in this game. For the most part of not turning the ball over too much, I think they're doing a really solid job. For the most part in this game of taking good shots, you feel like the effort is definitely there. Kevon Looney has done a great job of being able to get the rebound, especially on the offensive end, and keep possessions alive and give more shot attempts for the Warriors. And the more shot attempts you give the Splash Brothers, they're eventually going to knock down the shots. So I do think that the Warriors, the recipe for success that they had to have in this game, take good shots, don't turn it over much, rebound at a high level. They are doing all of those things and more. And that's why they're up 10 right now. And you also have the Sacramento Kings just really struggling on the offensive end. I think that being on the road does hurt them in this game. But you have to be able to win on the road if you want to win a series. Obviously, the Kings do not have to win a road game if they want to win this series. They can win in Game 7 at home if they win all their home games. But if Sacramento wants to go ahead and put this series away, this would be huge for them to get this win here. Be up 3-0, and it would basically make it completely impossible for the Warriors to be able to come back. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. I'm looking forward to this second half for sure and the rest of this second quarter. But the Warriors, they lead by 10, 45-35 on Sacramento. In Sacramento, they need points really quickly to be able to cut this lead before the half. I think if you're Sacramento, you want to be able to get this down to around 5 points at the half to be down by not too much. And if they do that, I think that would really go a long way in being able to help them win this game, because of the fact I do think that the Kings will have a good chance to do better in the second half. Maybe once the Warriors do get a bit fatigued. But the Warriors right now, if recipe for their success, maybe extend this lead from 10 right now to around 15. If they can do that, I think that would go a long way for them getting this win. Because I think that there is a point where Sacramento, if they get down by too much, I'm not saying they're going to fold and give up, but they know they don't have to win this game. Maybe they would kind of start to allow the Warriors to just take this win. So we'll have to see what happens. Can Sacramento stay in this game, or will they get down by too much and give up? Or will the Warriors let the Kings hang around and then the Kings steal another one on the Warriors, and then the Warriors could potentially be eliminated from the playoffs, now being down by 3-0. This is a very consequential game for sure. It means a lot for both teams. Definitely a very important game. And Stephen Curry, he's at the line for one more free throw for the Warriors to potentially put them up by 11 points. He's hit the first 2 free throws, nothing but net, and his last free throw is good. 46-35. The Warriors are up by 11. The Kings do have 14 points in the paint. Warriors only have 8, but the Warriors have been hitting a lot of jump shots. Davion Mitchell, though, on the other end for Sacramento, he kicks to Sabonis. Now Huerter off the Sabonis screen, and he knocks it down. Curry's probably looking for an offensive foul on Sabonis, but he does not get it. 46-38. 2:50 to go in the second quarter. Wiggins with the basketball for Golden State. He kicks to Looney, who's had a great game on the glass. Tried to get the ball to pull, but could not. Gets it to Clay. Now to Wiggins. Wiggins takes the mid-range. His shot is off the mark, and Sabonis is bringing the ball up the floor for Sacramento. Now you have Fox, kicks in the corner to Davion Mitchell. His 3 is no good. But then you've got Harrison Barnes down low. He misses the shot, but there is a foul. Harrison Barnes missed a chippy, but he was hit on the arm. And sometimes that can make all the difference in being able to make or miss a layup. But he will be at the line now. Sacramento trying to cut this lead. Let's see what happened. Barnes gets the ball, and he goes up. I don't know. That was weak. It was a little weak. Curry definitely did not like that one, but it is technically a foul if you want to be technical about it. But Harrison Barnes, his first free throw is up, and it's good. 46-39 in Sacramento. Sacramento has cut the lead down to 7. So Sacramento is doing the right thing in this game to be able to start cutting this deficit down and get closer and closer to the Warriors at the half. But the second free throw for Harrison Barnes goes in and out, so it's still a 7-point lead for Golden State. Missed opportunity there to cut the lead even further. 2:10 to go in the second. Jordan Poole with the ball. He's been very quiet in this game. He kicks the ball to Klay Thompson. Almost another lazy pass, though. It was a little off, but Klay was able to reel it in. Klay gets a screen from Looney. Klay Thompson into the lane. Takes a step back mid-range shot. It is no good. Now Sabonis down the floor, but there's a steal. Klay Thompson steals the basketball from Sabonis as he was bringing it up the floor. Now you've got Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole in the lane. He kicks to Curry on the backdoor cut, and Curry lays it in. That's a great play by the Warriors. 48-39. 1:40 to go in the second quarter. Sabonis kicks to De'Aaron Fox, and Fox's 3 is no good, but Sabonis with another rebound, but Curry takes the ball away from him, and Curry to Poole. Poole lays it up and in, and the Warriors are back up by 11, 50-39, 1:20 to go in the second quarter, and the Warriors fans are going crazy. Sabonis to Fox. That was a fantastic sequence for the Warriors. De'Aaron Fox in the mid-range. He goes up with it, and it's no good. Looney gets the rebound and kicks to Wiggins. Warriors have a really good lead here. Wiggins driving in, and there is a foul on Huerter. Not a smart play by Kevin Huerter. He was trying to get the steal, but they will call a foul on him. Not a very smart play there. You got to be able to save your fouls for the second half. And you definitely don't want to foul on a guy who's not even in any position to score, which Wiggins was not. But it's 50-39, 1:03 to go in the second quarter, and the Warriors have an 11-point lead over the Sacramento Kings. Keegan Murray, he's back into the game for Sacramento. He's been very quiet in these playoffs for Sacramento. All the players that have played well for the Kings, he has definitely not had the greatest playoffs. But Poole bringing it in to Stephon Curry. Curry trying to make a move on Davion Mitchell. Curry in the lane. He goes up strong, and his shot's no good. He was looking for a foul. Davion Mitchell on the other end. Davion Mitchell swings to Fox, and De'Aaron Fox with the pretty floater. 50-41, 45 seconds left in the second quarter. 9-point lead for Golden State. Curry with the basketball, bringing it up. Swings to Klay. Klay Thompson driving into the lane. He goes up, kicks to Looney, and the ball is off of Golden State with 32 seconds left. So Sacramento will have it. But man, that was a really tough shot by Curry there. He was definitely trying to draw a foul, but did not get it. But a 9-point lead for Golden State. As is, they've had a really good first half, but this could be a big swing of events here. Can Sacramento get a quick score and be able to cut the lead down, or will Golden State score again to extend the lead before the half? This is a big couple of possessions here. But a missed three by Sacramento and Davion Mitchell. Now you've got Curry with the ball. 15 seconds left in the second quarter. And you do not have any more possessions left after this one for Golden State as long as they take the shot at the end. Curry with 5 seconds. He misses the three, but Looney with another rebound. Curry with another three, and Curry knocks it down. 53-41, 1 second left in the second quarter, and a three for the Kings is no good at half court. What a end of the first half for Golden State, and what a play by Kevon Looney. Curry shoots a three. Looney with yet another offensive rebound. Looney kicks it to Curry, and Curry hits the second three, and you have a 12-point lead at the half. 53-41. And Golden State is up by 12 at the half. That is kind of where they want to be overall, I would think, in this game at the half. They're kind of up by a margin that you would really feel like would go a long way toward them being potentially able to win this game, which I really think they have to have. I think they have to have this game if they want to win this series. I don't think that it's impossible they could come back from 3 down, but since no one's ever done it, you definitely do not want to bank on it if you're a Warriors fan. But for Sacramento, that was not a great first half. Only having 41 points at the half. I feel like they had some things going right early on in the first quarter. They were doing a good job getting downhill, and they were hitting some layups. But then they started to settle for tough jump shots. Trey Lyles had a couple of bad-looking threes. You also had a couple of bad-looking shots from De'Aaron Fox. Shots he can make, but still, you don't want your degree of difficulty on shots to be ridiculous. You want to be able to take better shots. I feel like Sacramento overall really was struggling on shot selection. The Warriors were forcing them to take bad shots. I feel like the Warriors did a really good job of making Sacramento take bad shots. And the Warriors turned over Sacramento a good bit in that first half. I think they had around 8 turnovers. The Warriors had around 4 or 5. So definitely the Warriors were the better team in taking care of the basketball, which was not the case at Sacramento. If this keeps up for another half, the Warriors will definitely win this game. But Sacramento has been a good team in the second half this season, but they've also been a team that struggled on the road. So we will have to see what happens for sure. But it should be a great second half. But our first game between the 76ers and you also had the Brooklyn Nets, that was a good game. The Brooklyn Nets really needed to win that game to keep that series alive. More than likely, they wouldn't have won the series anyway, the way the 76ers are playing. But they needed to win that game, and now they are down 3-0 because the Philadelphia 76ers found a way to win in the end. And a great team goes on the road and beats a team like that. And I know the biggest con on the Brooklyn Nets, they don't have a superstar right now. They've got Cam Johnson. They have Mikal Bridges. They have Spencer Dinwiddie. They've got Seth Curry. They have solid players, but none of those players are stars. Maybe Mikal Bridges can get there one day. but he's not there yet. And I think that that's the biggest reason why the Brooklyn Nets are really struggling to win games. And you really feel like with the way overall that the Philadelphia 76ers are playing and having Joel Embiid and James Harden, and you also have Tyrese Maxey and some of their other players, they just have enough firepower in this game to get this job done. I don't think still that the 76ers are maybe the best team in the NBA. They'll be able to win the whole entire thing. But this series is definitely giving a lot of confidence to Philadelphia that maybe they could go far in these playoffs. And they are doing a great job with the Brooklyn Nets. It was a great game, though. Definitely the closest game by far. And it was at Brooklyn, which probably played a part in that. But Brooklyn, they fell short, and it definitely looks like the 76ers are in complete control of that series, being up 3-0. And if they win another game, that series will be complete. But you've also got the Phoenix Suns and the Los Angeles Clippers on as well. A lot of really good NBA action going on. It should be very interesting for sure to be able to see what ends up happening. But this game between Golden State and Sacramento is definitely going exactly the way Golden State needs this game to go. Up by 12 points at the half, and they need to continue this high level of play in the second half as well. I think the biggest key for Golden State's been Kevon Looney. I really feel even over the three-point shooting that the Warriors have had, even over all the other aspects of the game, not turning it over as much. I really feel like the play of Kevon Looney has been huge and instrumental overall in the way that this game has been going overall. You really just feel like Kevon Looney's effort, it spreads to the rest of the roster. It really does. You see so many of the players diving on the floor for loose ball. Klay Thompson several times dove on the floor for loose ball. And I'm not saying the Warriors did not play hard on the road at the Kings. I feel like they did. But you can just Kevon Looney, his effort, the way that he is playing so hard on the glass, getting all these offensive rebounds, keeping possessions alive for his teammates. I think that that is a big reason why the Warriors are winning. He's creating extra opportunities for Golden State. They're getting more three-point shots and more opportunity. Like the end of that first half, they only would have been up by 9 at the half, but Looney gets that rebound, and then Curry goes up there and he hits that second three. That is how you win. Those are winning basketball plays. And that for sure, a big reason why Golden State is up is because of Kevon Looney. Obviously, they've had to make the shots, and obviously as well, they've had to make free throws and turn it over less. And Curry has done a really good job facilitating in this game. But I don't think without the play of Kevon Looney, I don't think the Warriors will be winning this game right now. He will have to keep it up in the second half. He could start to get tired in the second half, but if he does play at a high level in the second half, I do think that the Warriors will be able to win because you would feel like the Splash Brothers are going to make enough shots to be able to win this game at the end of the day. It's going to be very interesting, though, for sure. But I do think that Kevon Looney is kind of replacing the Draymond Green role in a way without Draymond Green's passing and all the other things that he does do on the floor. Looney's just going out there and giving it all that he's got, laying it all out on that floor, specifically in this first half. He'll have to do it for another half, but the Warriors are in really good shape to win this game. It's by far nowhere near being over, and I do feel like a lot of times when you're watching basketball games, sometimes a team can get a little bit, ahead of themselves, like, oh, we're up big at the half. We've got this game. You never want to have that mindset. It's a bad mindset to have. You want to be able to say to yourself, we're up by 12, but we're down 2-0. We need to still play like our hair's on fire. We need to go out there and play at a high level. We cannot slip in this game in any way, shape, or form. And if we do slip, we can still give this game away. You just got to go out there and play for a full 48 minutes at a high level. Jada's here. Thanks for being here, Jada. He says, hi, Jeff. A little late. You're good, man. I really appreciate you for being here. He says, how's it going so far? It's been a really solid game and definitely a game that the Warriors have needed to be able to potentially save their series here. They're up 53-41 at the half, and Golden State has been taking care of the basketball much better in this game. They only have 5 turnovers. Sacramento has 8 turnovers, and you also have the Splash Brothers are knocking threes down, and Kevon Looney, he only has 2 points, but he's got like 12 rebounds. He is playing some fantastic basketball on the glass, and his energy is spreading to his teammates. He's doing a great job all over the floor on the defensive rebounds, on the offensive rebounds. And Sacramento is just really struggling. Like I said, they're not taking care of the basketball as well as they did when they were at home. Their shot selection has been pretty poor, but I do think that's part of what the Warriors are doing. Their game plan overall is to make Sacramento take tough shots. But it's been a really good game so far. It's been a back and forth game, but Golden State definitely kind of blew it open late in that second quarter, and that's why they have the 53-41 lead over Sacramento at the half. But it's been a good game, and I really appreciate you for being here, for stopping by tonight. I really appreciate it. But it has been a good game, and hopefully the second half is just as good. Should be a lot of fun. But the NBA playoffs, they've definitely been delivering. I would say most of the results have been going the way we kind of expected them to. I would think most people would have predicted that the 76ers would be playing, as well as they are against the Nets, especially with the Nets not having a superstar. I kind of feel like that the Celtics Hawks is predictable, the Nuggets Timberwolves. Most of these series have been kind of predictable, but this is the one where people are probably surprised. Even though the Kings are the higher seed, they haven't been in the playoffs since 2006, and I think that the Warriors have definitely done, a poor job in some of these games of being able to play like they normally do in years past, but they are starting to regain their form, but it is at home, and that's probably a big reason why. Trent Verano says Looney out-rebounded the entire Kings team himself. Need to put more bodies on him to tire him out. I agree. It kind of seemed like, the Kings had something going when they had Alex Len in the game. He's 7 foot. I don't know why they went away from him. Domantas Sabonis, he does have like 10 rebounds himself. He's doing a good job on rebounds as well, but the Kings are not turning those rebounds into points like the Warriors are with Looney's rebounds. That's the biggest key there. I feel like Sabonis is doing a good job on the glass, but it doesn't matter if your teammates aren't making shots. You got to make shots to make those offensive rebounds count, because you could go 4 possessions in a row getting offensive rebounds, and if you don't score at all, then all those offensive rebounds are just empty. It's kind of like getting turnovers. If you don't have any points off of turnovers, it doesn't matter. I think the Warriors have like 8 or 10 points off of the Kings' turnovers. So they're turning those turnovers into points. That's how turnovers matter, when you turn them into points. Kind of like in football. If you get an interception and you're able to score off of that, it makes it worth it. If you don't, then it's not. And I think that the Warriors are definitely capitalizing off of the Kings' mistakes in this game. Jada says, great call the other night. I really appreciate that as well. Thanks so much. And I'm glad you're here again tonight. It's been a really good NBA playoffs. Been really having fun going and doing all of these games, and really appreciate you guys being here. And when you guys are here, it makes it worth it 100%. You guys are awesome in the chat. I really appreciate it a lot. But these games have been awesome, really fun to call for sure. And it's just starting. We've got a lot more playoffs to go. This is just the first round. And a lot of these first round series are probably going to go to game 6 at least. Some of them might be over really quickly, like the Celtics Hawks, the way that one's going. And you also have the 76ers Nets, Nuggets, Timberwolves. But some of these other series, this one, if the Warriors can win, I feel can go to 6 or 7 games. Maybe the Phoenix Suns Clippers can go far. It should be great. I think these series have delivered. Most of them, especially the ones that we were expecting to be close. And I've been really having a lot of fun calling these games because of the fact watching the NBA is very different than watching college basketball, in the fact that in college basketball, sometimes you have games that the scoring is really low. Doesn't mean the game's bad. The defense is really good, but sometimes the high-paced, high-flying action of the NBA is a lot of fun. Now, sometimes even me, I can prefer watching a defensive-minded college basketball game. It's low-scoring in the 50s and 60s. It's a lot of fun as well. But it just depends on, what you're in the mood for. Sometimes people really like the high-flying actions while they watch the NBA, and some people like more of the the lower scoring, make more mistakes, trying to see players develop into pros in college basketball. It's definitely an interesting contrast for sure, going from March Madness to the NBA playoffs. Definitely the format is different as well. I think the NBA play-in tournament kind of gives you that March Madness vibe a bit. And when we started doing the NBA play-in tournament, kind of felt, oh, this is an elimination game. It's the same thing. But now we're into the 7-game series, and you got all these teams playing over and over and over. And you definitely can see that chippiness is abounding. There's been a lot of flagrants being called. There's been a lot of players getting ejected in these series. And that's a big reason why Brooklyn had a chance to beat Philly, because of the fact James Harden got ejected from the game. But it is what it is there. But the Philly was still able to win. The 76ers still got it done because Tyrese Maxey hit big shots. Joel Embiid was huge as well. And they had enough to just find a way to get by the the Brooklyn Nets. And now they're up 3-0 on that series. And now Harden's going to be back for the next game. If the 76ers want to go ahead and put that series away, they probably more than likely can in the next game. But they're showing Phoenix and the Clippers as well. That game is on also. And it's been a back and forth game between those two teams. Still without Paul George, really tough for the Clippers. They've been missing him all series long, but they do have Marcus Morris back. He's been out for a while, but that is a really good series as well. It tied 1-1. Phoenix won the second game. The Clippers won the first game. But I do think that series has the potential to be a 6 or 7 game series the way both teams are playing. I'm not 100% sure if it will go that far because of the fact that Phoenix, if you feel like they could potentially win a road game there, they could maybe win it in 5 or 6. But that series has the potential to go to 7 games, and I hope it does. Not that I want the players to be exhausted or anything, but that will be a fun series, and it deserves to go to 7 games. And I know the Clippers want to win, especially Kawhi Leonard for Paul George. A lot of people have talked about the Clippers have had some bad luck in the playoffs the last few years. You have 2 really great players in Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, but every single season, one of them's hurt by the end of the regular season, and then they can't play in the playoffs. That's been really tough for the Clippers, but they seem to be trying to handle it. That's why they got Bones Highland, Eric Gordon, and some of these other players in the trades, and they look like they have a team that's possibly capable of beating the Phoenix Suns in this series, but it will be interesting for sure. Phoenix will definitely do everything they possibly can to be able to beat the Clippers on the road. And I think if Phoenix is able to beat the Clippers tonight, they'll have a great chance to win the series. I just feel like overall, that if the Clippers can't win on their own court, Phoenix is going to find a way to win that series. The Clippers did a great job winning at Phoenix, but it took 38 points from Kawhi Leonard. It took a great game, and then they lost the second game, and he had like 32 points. So I don't know if the Clippers will have enough, but we'll definitely know by the end of tonight how the series is going to go there, if the Suns or Clippers are still in control of that one. But this game right here, it is definitely a must-win for the Warriors. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. While the Phoenix Suns-Clippers series could go either way, it doesn't really mean do or die either way for either team. Whoever wins or loses, it's not like it's all over. But in this series, you have to have a Warriors win. Sacramento's up 2-0. Now it's at the Warriors. Got to get the win. Giannis is bad shooting on Phoenix. Yeah, from what I could tell when they were showing the highlights, it definitely looked like Phoenix was kind of struggling overall. Josh says both teams are shooting very bad. I'm sure. I mean, sometimes, when one team's shooting badly in the playoffs, sometimes it rubs off on the other team. You don't want to say that because you watch a lot of games and one team's struggling and then the other team can just go out there and play at a high level and, they can go out there and win by 35 points. But sometimes bad shooting by one team rubs off on the other team. And I think with these playoffs, the fact that you're playing so many games, yes, you do have a gap or two, a day or two between the games. I do think it wears on these players and they get exhausted. And sometimes, the stakes of these games, that you have to be able to win to be able to advance in the playoffs. I think it makes you a little bit wired up and you're not playing as well overall. You make more mistakes. It is definitely an interesting proposition, though. I do think that sometimes when you're in the playoffs, you definitely play a lot more tense and you're not playing at as high of a level. You're just trying to win. You're trying too hard. It's not just coming naturally to you like in a regular season game. That doesn't really matter as much. The Phoenix and the Clippers are definitely struggling to shoot the ball right now. And I think that the Warriors did a much better job shooting than the Kings did in the first half. And that's why the Warriors were up. The Warriors were definitely shooting the basketball at a high level, and the Kings were definitely struggling. They could not make shots. You feel like Fox is going to have a big second half for Sacramento to have any chance. De'Aaron Fox, I think he only had 7 points in that first half. He's probably going to have 30 points in this game if Sacramento wants to win, unless some of the other players like Sabonis or Malik Monk get really involved and start hitting some big shots. But we're about to tip off this third quarter in this game 3 between these two teams, and the Warriors, they're getting the basketball first in the third quarter. The fans are coming back to their seats, hoping their team can get a win to keep the series in decent shape for the Warriors, that they're not out of it yet. And the Kings, they want to really put this series away and go up 3-0, but it will be interesting for sure. 11:40 to go in the third quarter. Klay Thompson, he's dribbling on Keegan Murray into the lane. And what a block by Huerter, but Poole keeps. And now Wiggins, he shoots it through. That's a terrible shot. But Looney with another offensive rebound. Looney has been doing a fantastic job on the glass. Looney down low, kicks to Wiggins, and there is a layup, 55-41. Jonas is Phoenix starting to turn up the heat. That is a good sign for Phoenix and a bad sign for the Clippers if Phoenix is starting to get it rolling. Jonathan, who's your pick tonight? That's a great question. I would probably have to go the Warriors, especially the way they're playing. And I do feel like maybe Phoenix might get the win. I feel like right now, the way they're playing, I think they'll find a way to maybe beat the Clippers, but it will be interesting. But on the other end, De'Aaron Fox draws a foul on Wiggins. So there will be some free throws for Sacramento. But the Warriors are up 55-41 right now over Sacramento. They're doing a great job overall of sharing the basketball, passing to their teammates, doing a great job overall. 10:59 to go in the third quarter, but that was a bad foul by Wiggins on De'Aaron Fox. He drew that one like a book. He definitely did a good job drawing that foul. And Fox's first free throw, it rattles around, but it goes in. 55-42, 10:59 to go in the third quarter, and Sacramento will have another free throw. De'Aaron Fox, he is a good free throw shooter. He does shoot a pretty good percentage at the line, and his second free throw is good like the first one was. 55-42. Now 55-43. 10:50 to go in the third quarter. Jordan Poole driving in the lane. Jordan Poole, he's blocked by Keegan Murray, but then Looney is there again. Kicks to Klay Thompson. How many times has Looney been in the right place at the right time? Wiggins into the lane. Wiggins goes up strong, and he lays it in. Beautiful play by Andrew Wiggins. 57-43, 10:30 to go in the third quarter. Now Sabonis into the lane. Sabonis goes up strong, and he lays it in. 57-45. Curry up the floor to Klay. Klay Thompson to Looney. Sabonis is 8 points and 14 boards. Looney down low, being guarded by Sabonis, but he takes the ball back out. Now Jordan Poole drives into the lane, and Poole goes up strong off glass, and he lays it in. 59-45, 10 to go in the third. And then on the other end, Harrison Barnes lays it in. So we're going back and forth. You can't even keep up with the scoring. 59-47. Stephon Curry bringing it back up the floor for the Warriors, and the offense for both teams has come to life. Curry to pull back to Curry. Curry in the lane, and he goes reverse off the glass. Beautiful play by Curry. 61-47. Kings basketball now. De'Aaron Fox into the lane, kicks to Huerter, and Huerter lays it in off the glass. 61-49, 9:37 to go in the third quarter. And do we have a timeout or some substitutions? It might already be a timeout by one of these teams. Don't blame them. Want to be able to settle this thing down a little bit. And it is 61-49. But a scorching start for both of these teams. The Warriors, they were up by 12 at the half, and it's still a 12-point lead. Both teams have been trading buckets in the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. For the Kings, you definitely would have liked to have been able to maybe get a stop or two on the Warriors and potentially be able to slow down their offensive attack. But unfortunately, overall, they have not been able to do that. They're still, unfortunately, scoring a lot of points. So the Warriors and Kings are trading buckets, and that's not how the Kings are going to be able to get back in this game. If the Kings want to win this game, they're definitely going to have some missed shots by the Warriors, some bad possessions, some sloppy turnovers. They're going to have to start ratcheting up the defense. But if it's just going to keep going back and forth like it is right now, the Warriors are definitely going to win this game. But it has been a really good start to this third quarter for both teams, nonetheless, especially on the offensive end. But the defense is definitely going to have to step up for Sacramento. If you're the Warriors, if you can just get some stops on Sacramento and keep up this offensive surge, then the Warriors can really blow this thing open to potentially 20 points. Or even more, and really be able to win this game easily, because Golden State's on fire. Does that mean they're going to be able to keep staying on fire? No, but they are playing some great basketball in this third quarter and at the end of the second quarter. They're really starting to get a lot of shots to fall, and they just look like the Warriors of old. All those passes that they usually connect on, those backdoor cuts to Curry, getting in the lane, Jordan Poole's driving in, Kevon Looney's doing so many great things for the Warriors. It's just looking like the Warriors of old, what you usually see from them, not what we saw in those two losses to Sacramento on the road. The Golden State was turning it over. They just looked sloppy. They were not playing very well. But now you're starting to see what the Warriors usually look like in this game. And it is some pretty basketball, passing the ball well, splashing in some threes, and a very confident team. And they have a great home crowd on deck here. And the home crowd is definitely assisting the team. And I think if Golden State keeps up this level of play, they're easily going to get this win. If they can just maintain this 10 to 15 point lead that they've had for a while, they'll be able to put Sacramento away. And I think if Sacramento falls behind by too much, I think they might fold and just give Golden State the game potentially, because they're not going to want to expend too much energy on a game that's probably a lost cause and then move on to the next game. I don't think that would be a smart strategy for Sacramento. I think Sacramento needs to go out there and give it all that they've got to be able to go up 3-0. Because if they do, if they go up 3-0 on the Warriors, they've more than likely got the series. That would be smart of Sacramento. Don't give up. Play at a high level in the second half. Try to be able to steal a road win here. Go up 3-0 on the Warriors, and like I said, you more than likely will have the series. But it will be interesting to see what happens in the second half. If Golden State can get up by too much, will the Kings fold, or will they continue to fight to try to be able to get this win? It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But right now, to start the third quarter, neither team's really gaining an advantage. It's been an offensive performance by both teams in the third quarter. Both teams are really shooting the basketball well in this third quarter. Both teams are not able to stop the other on the defensive end. But that's not sustainable for Sacramento. So we'll see if they can get some stops. Kevon Looney, though, has 2 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists, and 8 offensive rebounds. He is playing the Draymond Green role to perfection. He's even passing the ball. 6 assists, 14 rebounds, and 8 of them are offensive rebounds. Kevon Looney has got to be MVP of this game so far with his effort alone. Looney kicks to Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole drives in the lane. He gets cut off by De'Aaron Fox. Now Klay Thompson with the ball. 9:10 to go in the third. Poole's three is off the mark. And you do have De'Aaron Fox bringing the ball up the floor for Sacramento. Keegan Murray kicks back to Fox. Fox in the lane. Fox is on Looney. Now on Sabonis down low, and he tried to score over Klay Thompson, and he misses the layup. But there is a steal. What a steal by Fox to Sabonis. Now you've got Huerter for three, and Huerter's three will not fall. And now the offense is starting to stall a bit for both teams. Warriors basketball now. Wiggins has it. Kicks to Poole. Jordan Poole tried to spin around, but he could not gain an opening, so he kicks to Klay. Klay Thompson being guarded by Keegan Murray. Klay Thompson still trying to make a move. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Klay Thompson in the lane. Kicks in the corner. And now you've got Poole for three, and Poole's three is in and out. But Looney with another rebound, but Sabonis rips it out of his arms. Sabonis down the floor. Kicks to Harrison Barnes. Barnes to Keegan Murray. And now you've got Barnes with the big dunk there. 61-51. 8 to go in the third quarter. Big play there, and Harrison Barnes finishes it off with a slam dunk. And now you've got Barnes up to 6 points, but the Warriors lead is down to 10, and Sacramento's trying to cut this a bit. Wiggins with the basketball. Wiggins into the lane. Wiggins goes up strong, and his shot is no good. And another rebound for the Kings. Huerter this time. To Barnes again, and Harrison Barnes lays it in again. 61-53. 7:40 to go in the third quarter. Steve Kerr barking instructions to the Warriors. No points in the last 2 minutes, and the Kings have cut this to 8. Curry to Looney, and Looney back to Curry, and Curry lays it in, but I don't think they give him the points. They might have called that one on the floor. I don't think they give him the points there. Jada says it's all Norman Powell, ex-Raptor. That's insane right there. Thanks for keeping me updated on that game as well. Norman Powell is definitely a great player and a potential candidate for 6th man of the year. He's having a fantastic season off the bench. Harrison Barnes is 8 points now for Sacramento. He's starting to heat up a bit for the Kings. But the ball will be inbounded by the Warriors. It looked like Curry definitely had a great layup there, but they do not give him the and one. It definitely like it could have been an and one, but they don't give it to him. 61-53, 7:30 to go in the third. Looney kicks to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson in the corner now out to Jordan Poole. Poole takes the three, and Poole misses. And now Keegan Murray up the floor for Sacramento. He's driving in, and there is a foul on Stephen Curry. He does not like the foul, but most NBA players do not like when a foul is called. But he did reach in a bit there, and Keegan Murray will have a couple of free throws. I don't know if Keegan Murray scored in this game yet. So this could potentially help Keegan Murray's confidence overall. He is a rookie, so you're not really expecting him to have, a big game in his first playoffs, but he's definitely not made a big impact so far in this series. But he misses the first free throw. That's really tough there for Keegan Murray. Definitely want to get on the board if you want to be able to have a lot of success to help your teammates out. But he does knock down the second free throw. So at least he hit one for Sacramento. 61-54, 7:10 to go in the third quarter. And Jordan Poole, he has the basketball. And he kicks to Looney. Looney's still having a fantastic game on the glass. He kicks to Curry. Curry trying to drive. Curry goes up and he lays it in. 63-54, and that's a great play by Stephen Curry. 6:50 to go in the third quarter. De'Aaron Fox kicks to Harrison Barnes. Barnes' three is no good, and Looney with another rebound. He's got to be up to like 16 rebounds at this point. What a fantastic performance on the glass for Looney on the offensive and defensive end. Both sides of the rebounding glass, he's doing a great job. Wiggins, he shoots a three, and it's good. A step-back three for Wiggins. 66-54, and the Warriors are back up by 12. 6:20 to go. Andrew Wiggins with 18 points. De'Aaron Fox on the other end. De'Aaron Fox misses a shot, but they do call a foul on the Warriors. So De'Aaron Fox will have a couple of free throws. Jonathan, what do you think of Huerter? That's a good question. I think Huerter's a solid player. He definitely is not shooting the ball that well in this series, but I think he's a solid player for Sacramento. But Sacramento definitely has other players that do a lot more overall, but he definitely is a guy that can fill it up if he starts to hit some jump shots. But he definitely isn't the main key piece for Sacramento. They definitely have other players that score a lot more. But Sacramento with De'Aaron Fox, he hits the first free throw. That could potentially help De'Aaron Fox get going. He's been really struggling shooting the basketball. In this game, he only has like 7-8 points, but he does knock down both free throws, so that could potentially get him going. You can definitely tell Steve Kerr does not like the fact that Fox got to the line. 66-56, Curry with the ball, sizing up Davion Mitchell, who's just been inserted into the game for Sacramento. Looney with the ball, kicks to Wiggins. Wiggins shoots the mid-range, and it's off the mark. Then Poole goes up strong on the offensive rebound, and he is fouled on that putback attempt, so he will have a couple of free throws. Definitely the fouls are mounting up for both teams in this game. There's been a lot of fouls called, and you love the effort. You definitely like to see the effort, but you still want to see some clean basketball being played. You kind of feel like there has been way too many fouls overall on both teams. Maybe if they could find a way to both play some cleaner basketball, it would really help out. But specifically, the Kings, because they cannot afford to allow the Warriors to get free points at the line at this stage of the game. But Golden State, with Jordan Poole at the line, he hits the first free throw. So it's 67-56, 6:08 to go in the third quarter on an 11-point lead for Golden State. Curry's going to the bench taking a breather, and you can kind of afford to do that when you're up by this much in this game. Probably a smart move by Steve Kerr. Malik Monk, he's coming in as well for Sacramento. Jordan Poole with 10 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, and 2 steals. He is definitely a stat stuffer, but probably needs more points for the Warriors to really feel comfortable in this game. 68-56. Golden State up by 12. 6 to go in the third. De'Aaron Fox, he has the basketball. Trying to make a move on Wiggins. He does kick in the corner. And you've got the basketball now down low to Harrison Barnes. Now a 3 for Terrence Davis. He's not able to knock it down for the Kings. Golden State basketball up 12. 5:40 to go in the third. Klay Thompson, he has the basketball. He shoots a deep 3. It's short. Almost went in, but it was a little bit short. Now De'Aaron Fox up the floor. De'Aaron Fox still needs to get going for Sacramento if they want to win. Terrence Davis's 3 is no good, and Looney has to have around 17 or 18 rebounds at this point. He is a rebounding machine. 5:20 to go in the third, and the Golden State Warriors are 10 of 33 from 3. Sacramento's 5 of 28. They're really struggling from 3. Looney with the ball. Kicks to Jordan Poole. Poole driving into the lane. Poole kicks to Wiggins in the corner. Wiggins spin move on Terrence Davis, and he misses the shot. Davis with the board, now into Malik Monk's hands. 10 of 11 made field goals in this quarter have all been in the paint. There's been a lot of scoring in the paint, not a lot of three-point shooting. Both teams have kind of gone cold from the three-point line and even hitting some mid-range shots. But in the lane, there have been a lot of scores in the lane. Jordan Poole's upset. He feels like he was grabbed and down low there. He definitely feels like there should have been a foul there on Sacramento, but the refs did not call it. He is very frustrated. You definitely could see a grab being made there. Maybe it was definitely unintentional, but it could have been a foul nonetheless. Malik Monk with the basketball. 4:50 to go in the third. Sabonis down low. He's rejected by Klay Thompson. Now you've got Jordan Poole bringing the ball up the floor. 12-point lead for the Warriors. Not a lot of offense, though, in the last few minutes. Poole, he feels like he was fouled there, but there's no call. 68-56. Sabonis down low. He lays it in, and he's looking for a foul. 68-58. 4:30 to go in the third. Looney's on the bench, which definitely helped out Sabonis getting the lane. He's got 10 points and 15 rebounds. Both the bigs for both teams are doing a great job with rebounding numbers. DiVincenzo out to Jordan Poole, and Jordan Poole splashes home a three. 71-58. 4:10 to go in the third. Now De'Aaron Fox with the ball into the lane. His shot is good and one. 71-60. What a play by De'Aaron Fox getting into the lane like that and drawing the foul. That was a beautiful play. But Sacramento just cannot get it under 10. They are really struggling to get it under 10. The Warriors just keep on scoring, but Sacramento is definitely not folding. They are trying their best. De'Aaron Fox is up to 18 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, and 2 steals. So De'Aaron Fox, definitely with only like 7 or 8 points in the first half, he's starting to get going, but he misses. He misses a free throw there. And then Terrence Davis, he fouls Jordan Poole right there. Not a smart play by Terrence Davis. You're not even going to let him inbound the basketball before you foul. You probably should have waited a little bit before making contact. And there is that foul. And do we have a timeout yet? I do not think so. The play will still continue. Kevon Looney has 2 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists. He is sweating his tail off. He is doing a great job in this game, rebounding for the Warriors, a big reason why they are up. 4:08 to go in the third quarter. Warriors are inbounding. Moses Moody, he's into the game. And now you've got Donte DiVincenzo. He's in the game as well now. The bench is starting to come in for the Warriors. DiVincenzo's had a couple nice plays for Golden State. He rejects Moody, kicks to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson for a mid-range two like he was going to take. He decides to pass it to Moses Moody, and Moses Moody lays it off the glass and one. 73-60, 3:52 to go in the third quarter. And now you're going to have Moses Moody getting to shoot a potential and one free throw. That's a veteran play by Klay Thompson as well, because of the fact he could have just allowed that mid-range jump shot to go out of his hand, but he decided to pass the ball to Moses Moody and get a better play out of it. And Moses Moody's free throw, it rolls in. He's got 9 points and having some solid contributions for the Warriors. 74-60, 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Davion Mitchell, he's had some good moments for Sacramento, but he probably needs to find a way to get some open threes in. The Kings need points. Malik Monk drives in, kicks to Harrison Barnes. And Harrison Barnes finally hits his first three of the game. I think he was 0-3 previously, but he finally gets one to fall. 74-63, 3:20 to go in the third quarter. He has 11 points, and 9 of them are in this quarter. Jordan Poole bringing the ball up the floor, kicks to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo to Moses Moody, and Moses Moody for the slam dunk. 76-63, 3:13 to go in the third quarter, and we have a timeout by Sacramento. The Warriors are passing the ball well all the way from their starters down to their bench. Great basketball being played by Golden State, and you can tell they really want to win this game. They're up by a solid 13 points, and Sacramento had to use one of their timeouts. Jada says, what do you think of the Brooklyn game tonight? That's a great question. I think that the Brooklyn game, there was a lot of physicality between both of those teams. You definitely love to see the physicality, but you don't want to see excessive plays that are beyond the realm of basketball. And we did see a few of those plays, even Harden getting ejected, which some people question that call there, but he definitely got ejected nonetheless. But Philadelphia won anyway. And I think that just goes to show you Brooklyn just doesn't have the star power to hang with Philadelphia. They are down 3-0 now, and they are probably done in that series. They just don't have the offensive firepower. They have good players. I think that Mikal Bridges could become a star. But Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Spencer Dinwiddie, Seth Curry just is not enough to stop James Harden. When he was in, he had 21 points. Tyrese Maxey was on fire, and Joel Embiid, and they have some solid role players. It's just way too much. The 76ers found a way to win, and that should be the end of that series because you would think the 76ers will be able to win one more game. But I do think that series needs to calm down a bit. It definitely has been very physical. Again, you love to see the physicality, but you don't want to see players getting hurt. And you don't want to see a lot of excessive plays that should not be happening. But maybe it will cool down a bit now that the Nets know they probably don't have a good chance to win. But hopefully they still play hard and don't give up. And maybe they can at least win a game or two to make it a bit interesting. But definitely a struggling game overall for Brooklyn. They could not take advantage of Harden being ejected. They almost won, but they just fell short late after Maxey hit that big three, and they just fell short. But it was a good game. It was definitely the best game in the series, and it probably helped that it was at Brooklyn being able to make that game closer with their fan base helping out the Nets team. But they fell short, and now they're probably about out of that series. But it was a good game overall. Edward, he says, the Warriors playing better at home like expected. Kings need to shoot better to pull this out. Thanks for being here, Edward. Really appreciate you for stopping by. But I do agree with you. The Warriors are playing way better at home. They're passing the ball better. They're shooting the ball much more confidently. The crowd is really helping them out. They look like night and day between the Warriors on the road, especially with the passing. The passing is the biggest difference. They passed the ball so poorly at Sacramento. Now the Warriors are just going out there and just passing the ball at a high level. They're doing a great job passing the basketball. Even the bench players, DiVincenzo, Moses Moody, it doesn't matter who's in the game. Kevon Looney has been the underrated MVP. He's not going to win MVP of the game if the Warriors win, but he's got 2 points, 17 boards, and 6 assists. He is doing the Draymond Green role and more, especially on the glass. He's doing an unbelievable job, and he's a big reason why the Warriors are ahead. It's been a great game. But I do agree with you, Edward, that the Warriors are definitely playing better like a lot of people were expecting to at home. Josh is great shooting here in this game, Jeff. I think you're talking about the Clippers-Phoenix for sure. And the Warriors are shooting well. Sacramento, they were shooting well early in the third. They're starting to fizzle out a bit, and that's why they had to call a timeout. The Warriors are really starting to get going again. And if the Warriors can blow this thing open just a little bit more, I think that the Sacramento Kings are in a world of trouble trying to be able to win this game. And obviously, they're still in great shape in this series. They'll be still up 2-1 if the Warriors win. But this win right here for Sacramento could have put the Warriors basically away in this series. But Golden State not wanting to give up, and they're playing really well. But it's still 76-63. Little over 3 to go in the third quarter. Still plenty of time for Sacramento. They almost lose the basketball, and the ball is out of bounds, but it will remain Sacramento ball. They call it off of the Warriors, but that was a close call. Got to take care of the basketball, and Sacramento's been really sloppy with it on the road. It's a tough environment being at the Warriors, but you got to take care of the ball if you want to win games like this. 3:04 to go in the third. The Kings will be inbounding the basketball with Keegan Murray. He's been really quiet in this game. The rookie has been struggling to find his footing in these playoffs for the Kings. Domantas Sabonis with the ball, palming at the top of the key, trying to find a teammate. He rejects the ball screen. He's driving into the lane. Sabonis trying to go up over the Warriors, and his shot is rejected by JaMychal Green. Now Moses Moody down the floor. Donte DiVincenzo to Curry, and Curry with the deep three. He hits a 35-footer, 79-63, and I'm not saying that's a dagger. There's still a lot of time left, but that feels like a big dagger shot for the Kings. What a shot by Curry. Sabonis on the other end, and I think there is a foul on Moses Moody on that drive. 2:28 to go in the third quarter. If the Warriors are in the bonus, then it will be free throws for Sabonis. But, man, what a deep three for Curry. That is vintage Stephon Curry there, just pulling up from deep, holding the follow through, and he knocks down the shot, and the crowd goes wild. Unbelievable. 79-63. The Warriors have blown this thing open to 16 points. Sabonis' first free throw is up, and his first free throw is good. So the Kings have cut it back down to 15, 79-64, but they need some points fast. This is almost getting out of hand overall right now. The Warriors are really starting to blow this thing open a bit. A great shot by Curry, the leading three-point shooter in NBA history. What more or less could you expect from Curry? Sabonis has 11 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's having a good game as well, just like Looney. And Sabonis' second free throw is short. So 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Curry with the ball, fresh off that deep three. He's being guarded by Fox, who definitely is going to have to score some more for Sacramento to have a chance. Curry over to JaMychal Green, and JaMychal Green's three goes in and out. He had it, but he could not get it to fall. And the Warriors keep the ball, but maybe the Kings are getting it back. I think they might have called the basketball out of bounds when Donte DiVincenzo tried to save it. Maybe they said his foot was out of bounds. But man, the Warriors' effort on the offensive and defensive side of the ball compared to the way they were playing it at the Kings is just ridiculously different. It is unbelievable. They're doing a great job. The Kings with the ball, though, down by 15, and they need a spark. Alex Len's into the game. Fox tried to kick it over to Lyles in the corner, but the ball is off of the Warriors with the deflection there. 2:01 to go in the third quarter. Again, there's still plenty of time. You can score in a hurry in the NBA, but you just feel like the Warriors, if they just score a few more times, they can maybe put this thing away and Sacramento won't have a chance. Malik Monk with the ball. He shoots the three. It's no good. They just can't get shots to fall. JaMychal Green with the rebound, kicks to Moses Moody. Now Curry with the ball. Curry driving behind the back, dribble, and he does pull it out. Good defense by Malik Monk. Now Curry on Keegan Murray. And Curry on Keegan Murray's a mismatch. He blows right by him. And Curry with the layup and one. Ridiculous shot by Curry. I mean, Curry behind his back blows by Keegan Murray and then goes over the top and lays it in. And he's 35 years of age. What a play by Curry. I mean, he's a cheat code out there. I mean, there's nothing you can do. He switches on Keegan Murray. He's not a bad defender, but he just blows by and then just goes up and lays it in. That is insane. What a shot. And then Curry's a great free throw shooter as well, and he knocks down the free throw as well. 82-64, and the Warriors are now up by 18. The Kings are really running out of time here. Curry with 28 points, 10 in this quarter. Still enough time for Sacramento, but they need some buckets. Back-to-back buckets here would be nice. Malik Monk kicks to De'Aaron Fox, and De'Aaron Fox with a big three. That right there is a big shot for Sacramento, and they desperately needed that shot. Fox with 21, Curry with 28 points. Curry driving in again. He tried to reverse it, but I think the shot was bothered a bit by Alex Len. Now you got De'Aaron Fox into the lane. He kicks to Trey Lyles in the corner, and Trey Lyles' three is off. De'Aaron Fox goes up strong, and his shot falls and one. So Sacramento with a nice response there with a quick 5-0 run. That's a really good response by Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox just hit a big three, and then on the next possession, he gets an and one opportunity because he hits the layup off a miss by Lyles in the corner. And wow, DiVincenzo went in the air, and he took a lot of contact. And Fox, he finishes the three-point play. Now it's 82-70, so that 18-point lead is now down to 12. And De'Aaron Fox is 24 points. He's scored the last 6 points for Sacramento. Curry into the lane. He kicks to Moses Moody. What a pass by Curry. Moses Moody couldn't finish off the play. That was a great pass by Curry. 45 seconds left in the third quarter. And Sacramento's driving the ball down the floor again. De'Aaron Fox. He blows by Moody. Fox goes up strong. He misses. Wiggins with the rebound. Kicks to Curry. 30 seconds left in the third. Curry kicks to DiVincenzo, back to Curry. What a pass to Moody again, and there is a big foul down low. What contact, a big collision, and you do have some free throws coming up for Moses Moody. But yet again, another masterful pass by Curry. Curry is a great passer as well. I mean, that's just fantastic. Wraps it right around Trey Lyles, and there is a massive foul on De'Aaron Fox, preventing Moses Moody from being able to score that easy layup. Moody, his first free throw is good. He's got 12 points. Moses Moody has had a very underrated game for the Golden State Warriors. Another big reason why they are winning. His points have been invaluable. just as much as Looney's rebounding. But Moody, he'll have another free throw to potentially put the Warriors up by 14 points again if he can't hit the second free throw. His second free throw is up, and it's good as well. 84-70, 25 seconds left in the third quarter. De'Aaron Fox is bringing the basketball up the floor. He is really starting to get hot for Sacramento. He scored the last 6 points for them. He's got 24 points now, but his team's still down by 14. Fox to Malik Monk. Huerter for three. Huerter still off, but Lyles, he gets his hands on the basketball, and there is a foul on the Warriors. So Lyles will have a couple free throws. Definitely a big collision out low. You're seeing a lot of collisions going on in this game, and that's just due to maximum effort being displayed. You love to see it. But Trey Lyles, he's had a rough shooting night, so maybe he can get some free throws to drop, and that will help improve his confidence. He has not shot the basketball well in this game. Trey Lyles, his first free throw is up, and his first free throw for the Kings is good. So it's 84-71, 7.7 seconds left in the third quarter. So it is a 13-point game. If he hits this free throw, it will be down to a 12-point game, potentially at the end of the third quarter, unless the Warriors can somehow score again. Looney's been on the bench for a while. Like that Steve Kerr's giving him a lot of rest, potentially for him to be able to come out and do some more damage in the fourth quarter. Trey Lyles' second free throw is up, and his second free throw is good as well. So Trey Lyles, he hits both free throws for the Kings to cut the deficit to 12, and now you've got Wiggins. Kicks to Curry. Can Curry do something before the end of the third quarter? He's driving down the floor. Curry with 2 seconds. He shoots the three, and he almost got it to fall, but it was a bit short. 84-72, end of the third quarter. The Warriors are still up in front, kind of in cruise control here, but still, Sacramento is within striking distance to potentially not be out of this game. I think that overall they still have a chance in this game, but the Warriors are definitely up by a fairly comfortable margin, and if they just have a solid fourth quarter, they should be able to get this win. But do the Kings have anything left in him? We'll have to see. Trent Veronis says Looney with 17 rebounds. Good game. Yeah, for sure. He has been awesome on the glass. And if it wasn't for his effort overall, I don't think that the Warriors would be winning. And if they were winning, they would not be up by this much for sure. So I completely agree with you there. V Ohio State for the win. Thanks for being here, V Ohio State. He says, what's up, Only Talk Sports? Doing really good. Got a great game here. Really appreciate you for stopping by tonight. This game has been really solid, but the Warriors have had to have this performance. They have to have it, and they have played well. They just need 12 more minutes of good basketball, and they'll get their first win in the series to keep their playoff hopes alive in this series, potentially be able to advance. They definitely need this win, and they look like they're on their way to potentially getting it. But thanks for being here. He says as well, I wish I could shoot the ball as purely as Curry. It's just a thing of beauty. Me too. I mean, obviously, we all practice our shots if we love basketball, and we really wish we could shoot as well as some of these guys. But, man, Curry can just shoot the ball. It is so repetitious. Like, even when he misses, you could tell the shot was most of the time online. It's rare that he airballs a shot to the left or the right. Sometimes he does. He's not perfect. He's not always got the shot going up where it's accurate. But most of the time when he misses, it's either just because it's short or long. He's got that, repetition down pat, that routine in order, and he is a great shooter. And that's why he's the leading three-point shooter of all time, because he's a great shooter, but in this day and age in the NBA, you shoot way more threes than you used to. You look at Ray Allen. If he was in the modern day NBA and he was being asked to shoot more than he was when he played, maybe he'd have more threes. But Curry is a great shooter, and he definitely benefits from the modern NBA being able to shoot as many threes as he does. And he is just a great shooter, so why not have him take all those shots when he makes so many of them? He's a great shooter. And to Josh's point here, Curry, what a shot. That deep three he had was sick. That was a fantastic shot and a big momentum booster for the crowd and for the Warriors, and that put them up by a big margin. Trent Veronis says Curry is 2K DNA. I call hacks. Yeah, I mean, he shoots like you can in the video game. He can shoot 35-foot threes in the game, and he just does it with ease. He goes out there and just takes deep threes, no worry, no sweat at all. And, I mean, when he shoots those shots, you always feel like he's going to make them. Some players shoot the basketball, and you feel like they have a chance for it to go in. But when Curry shoots, you always feel like it's going to go in because he's just such a pure shooter. His form is unbelievable. And I think that that's what separates him, like you guys have said, from most other shooters. His shot is pure, and when he shoots it, you always feel like it's going to go in for sure. But, man, he definitely does look like 2K for sure. They're showing Steve Kerr and Mike Brown on the 02-03 Spurs. It's crazy. The Ohio State for the win. Also, the effort of the Warriors on play tonight is just night and day compared to them playing in Sacramento in games 1 and 2. 100%. I completely agree. And it's definitely noticeable. You can tell their effort just seems a lot better, and their way they're playing is better. It's not even just their effort. They're playing better basketball. They look like the Warriors were used to seeing versus when they were playing at the Kings. They were sloppy, turning the basketball over. They're playing at an extremely high level tonight, and I think it has a big, reason to do with the fact that they're at home for sure. They're a completely different team. The Ohio State says, how on earth does Curry make these shots? I have no idea. He's just an incredible basketball player. We do not see, many great players all the time being able to hit the shots that Curry makes, especially at his age of 35. LeBron, he's still really good at 38. We're seeing more players do it now, but I do think Curry, what he is doing at his age and the shots he makes at his size, and he's still able to do what he does at his age is just insane. He is a great player. But right out of the fourth quarter starting, you have Malik Monk driving into the lane for Sacramento, and he will have a free throw or two here. He'll have a couple free throws because the Warriors found Malik Monk having a bad game, though, overall. 2 points, 2 boards, and 3 assists, and that's another big reason. That was a reason that a lot of people felt maybe Sacramento's win was a fluke in game 1. He had 32 points, and they only won by 3. The Warriors probably should have won that game. He had 18 points in the last game they were able to win. The Warriors were really sloppy in game 2, but really the Warriors could be tied 1-1 if Malik Monk didn't have 32 points. And he only has 4 points tonight, so that's definitely playing a role. But hey, he had the 32 points. The Kings got the win. They won that game, and deservedly so. But they are definitely struggling overall with the role players getting buckets tonight. They're not having Malik Monk have the game he had before. Some of their other players just aren't stepping up. But Wiggins for the Warriors, he hits a layup, and he's got 20 points and 7 rebounds. He's having a really good game, and the Warriors are back up by 12. Fox's mid-range shot is no good, and DiVincenzo with the rebound, and there is a foul on the Kings. So the ball will be going back the other way. It will be Warriors basketball again, and they're up by 12 points, 11:28 to go in the fourth quarter. If Golden State could score a few more times and extend this lead, you feel like this game is about out of reach. But Sacramento has managed to stay around this 12-point mark, 10 to 12-point mark for the majority of the second half to stay within striking distance, but they have not been able to find a way to get it closer than that. They have not been able to get it under 10. DiVincenzo swings to Jonathan Kuminga, and that's a great play by Jonathan Kuminga, laying in an 88-74, 14-point lead for the Warriors. Fox for threes wide open, and his shot goes in and out. And you got Moses Moody with the rebound. He's had a really solid game. Curry bringing the basketball up the floor. Kicks to DiVincenzo, back to Curry. Curry into the lane, and Curry effortlessly lays it off the glass. 90-74, and that lead is right back up to 16. 10:40 to go in the fourth. Harrison Barnes for 3. He knocks it down for a desperately needed 3 for Sacramento. 90-77. 10:30 to go in the fourth. Barnes is 14 points and 1 rebound. He's having a solid game. But Wiggins back to Curry. What's Curry going to do now? Curry with a step back 3. It's off this time. Just a little strong. Now Sacramento bringing the ball back up the floor. Malik Monk into the lane. Malik Monk kicks to Fox. Now to Trey Lyles for 3, and Lyles misses again. Lyles has been really off shooting the 3 ball in this game. DiVincenzo up the floor. He's had some good moments for the Warriors. Curry back to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo for 3. He's off the mark, and Lyles with the rebound. Back up the floor. Steal almost by DiVincenzo, but the ball's off the Warriors. Man, both these teams are throwing the ball up and down the floor. Lots of turnovers. It's starting to get a little sloppy. But the Warriors are up by 13 points, 90-78. Around 10 to go in this fourth quarter. They're showing Wiggins highlights. Wiggins has been huge for the Warriors with his 20 points. He's shooting the basketball very confidently in this game. 3 of 6 from the 3-point line, and he definitely takes some pressure off of Curry and Clay. Harrison Barnes to inbound the basketball for Sacramento. He gets it to Kevin Huerter, who has really been struggling to shoot the ball in this game. Now Sabonis, who's back in for the Kings, has it down low to Huerter. Huerter being double-teamed. Curry, he impacts that play, and a steal by Kuminga, and Curry has the ball. What double-team defense by Curry. That was a great job on the defensive end, down low, being able to get that steal. Now the Warriors up by 13. Curry shoots the 3, and Curry knocks down another one. 93-77, 9:20 to go in the fourth. Fox down the lane. He turns it over. DiVincenzo down the floor to Curry. Curry almost thought about going up with the layup, but he pulls it back out. The Warriors are up by 16 after that deep three by Curry. Wiggins to Looney to Kuminga, and Kuminga slams it home 95-77, and the Kings take a timeout. 9:09 to go in the fourth, and I think the Kings might be running out of time. The Warriors just keep coming. Play after play, they're on a roll right now, and Curry's on fire. Jackson Johnson right now looks like we won't see history being made. In one way, it's good for the Warriors, and in one way, it's bad for the Kings. Oh, well, at least Mike Brown's the unanimous NBA Coach of the Year. Yeah, and again, deservedly so. Mike Brown's done a fantastic job with the roster. I think bringing in Sabonis was huge, and the players that they have on the roster have improved. They've been getting better and better, and that is awesome to see overall for the Kings, to be able to see them have a lot of success in the playoffs. It's really nice to see. And like you said, it is good for the Warriors. It's going to be bad for the Kings if they do lose, and they're not going to be able to go up 3-0 for the first time in their NBA history. That would have been really cool to see. But it will mean that this series is going to get a lot more interesting, especially if the Warriors can win the next game after this one and make it 2-2. We're back to 0-0 at that point. And then can the Warriors still win at the Kings and win the series, or will the Kings be able to find a way to win all their home games and win the series? It's going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to the series continuing on and potentially being one of the best series in this playoff in 2023, looking like it definitely could be. And I do think that the Warriors, they definitely had to win this game, but they're delivering, and it is at home, which I do think definitely makes a difference. But still, you got to be able to win at home. You can't just, make excuses and be like, well, the Kings are just playing at a high level and we're not going to win. Well, the Warriors are going out there proving that maybe they're not doing good on the road, but we can still play at a high level at home. And right now, they're playing at an extremely high level, up by 18 points. And the Sacramento Kings definitely look like they're about out of gas. We'll have to see for sure what happens in the final 9 minutes of this game. Via Ohio State for the win. It says, do you think Stephon Curry is now and will end up as a top 10 player of all time when it's all said and done with him? It is really hard to rank players, though. To your point, on the ranking players, the issue is the different generational gaps. When you talk about players like Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, they were so long ago. And then you talk about players like Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, they're a little bit later. And then you've got Kobe to now. Now you've got the players like Joel Embiid, and you've got Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, LeBron James, all these players. I think it definitely makes it hard to rank the players because of the fact all of them are great. And you look at Stephon Curry, he's by far the best shooter of all time. That has to put you somewhere in the top 10, you would think, being the best shooter of all time. Who knows? But there's been so many great players in the NBA. There's been so many fantastic basketball players of all time, but the different generations make it really difficult to rank players for sure. I think that it is extremely difficult overall to rank players when you're doing generational gaps. There's different style of play back in the day versus now. Overall, it's just a much different situation then versus now overall. But I do think he should be top 10. Trent Varane says Curry should be top 10 when it's all said and done. You got to have him in the top 10. He's the greatest shooter ever, unless you definitely want to give props to Ray Allen because he didn't have as many shots being taken in games like Curry does. But Curry is just far away an unbelievable shooter. But the fact there's been so many great NBA players of all time shows you how many players are talented, even though there's not as many, as you would maybe see in other sports where there's tons of great players. I don't know. I think all sports only have a select few that are the elite. The NBA's had some great players, but when you start getting to that top 15, top 20, there are some elite players that have played in the NBA. 9 to go in the fourth, and Sacramento, it's now or never for them if they want to have a chance to make a run to get back in this game. Huerter into the lane, Huerter with the floater, and he knocks it down. Good shot by Kevin Huerter. He's had a relatively rough night, but he was able to hit that shot there. 95-79. He does have 13 points, but he's really been struggling from the three-point line where he makes his bread and butter in the NBA. You got DiVincenzo driving into the lane. Kicks to Kuminga. He shoots the three for the Warriors. It's offline. But DiVincenzo with the offensive rebound, kicks to Curry, to Clay. Clay takes the three at the top of the key. Clay's three is off the mark, and the ball is out of bounds off Sacramento. So it's still 95-79, 8:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Sabonis definitely has been banged up in the series, unfortunately for him, but he's still playing at a high level. Really glad to see that he was okay after the Draymond Green play. But man, this has been a very physical series. There's been a lot of physical series so far, and you definitely can tell that these teams want to win their playoff games. But you got to do it cleanly for sure. Looney over to Kuminga. Back to Curry. He's hit some big shots in the last few minutes for the Warriors. He drives in. He finally misses a layup, but Curry with the rebound. Kicks to Clay again. Clay in the lane. Kicks over to DiVincenzo, and DiVincenzo for three. Will that three count, though? I think there might be a foul on the floor as well. So I don't know if they're going to count that three. But there's 8:16 to go in the fourth. And we'll have to see if they count it. They do not count the three-point shot. So they're inbounding the ball. Klay Thompson to Looney. Out to DiVincenzo for another three, and DiVincenzo hits that one, and that three will count. So he got that one to fall after the first one got erased. Now DiVincenzo down the floor, and he lays it in, but I think there is a foul, so that layup will not count. But it's 98-79. DiVincenzo has had a couple of shots erased for him. You can see the smile on his face. He definitely wanted those points to count, but it is what it is. Still, the Warriors are in great shape, up by 19, but they actually called a foul on him. I thought they gave him that steal and were going to call a foul on the Kings, but it was the other way around. They called the foul on DiVincenzo. So Sacramento still down by 19. 7:50 to go in the fourth. Huerter for three, and he is still ice cold from the three-point line. And the ball went over the backboard, so it will be Warriors ball. There's only 7:53 to go in this fourth quarter. Golden State up by 19. You just feel like time is running out for Sacramento to have any chance in this game. They're just running out of time. Definitely the Warriors are definitely in control of this game, and they're having Curry go to the bench, giving him a break, but he might not have to return based on the way this game's going. But I think they have called a TV timeout, so maybe he will come back in after the timeout. Who knows? I thought they were just going to have him go to the bench, but there is a TV timeout. 98-79 lead for Golden State over Sacramento. Jackson says another awesome three-pointer by Curry. I wonder how many times people have said that before. You're absolutely right, Jackson. There's been so many great three-pointers by Curry. Fact 8, thanks for being here. Fact 8, haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for being here. He says, let's go Suns. For sure, the Phoenix Suns are definitely in a dogfight with the Clippers, but they have a really good chance to win that game on the road. They've been playing some really good basketball at times in that game, and I do think that if Phoenix can get a road win at the Clippers, it will go a long way for them having a great chance of winning the series, because it's 1-1 right now, and they lost the game at home, so they need to get a road win to be able to get back in great standings to win that series. Because when you lose a home game, you have to be able to make it up by winning a road game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to turn around and do it. And I think that Phoenix is doing a really good job of potentially being able to come back around and get the win and be able to go farther in the series. And maybe if they win the series, be able to advance even further in the playoffs. Maybe go to the Western Conference Finals. Who knows? I'm not sure if they will. Maybe their bench is not deep enough, but they definitely have a great starting five. And it will be very interesting to see how far the Suns can go for sure. Jada says, great call tonight. Work tomorrow. Canada out. Great night. Thanks for being here, Jada. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a great day at work tomorrow, but really appreciate you for stopping by. It was been a lot of fun having you in chat, and this has been a great game. Even though the Warriors are starting to blow it open, it's still been a great game, and definitely the type game that the Warriors needed. Austin Williams, thanks for being here, Austin Williams. He says it is not the Kings' night. I don't want to be that guy, but Golden State has gotten some favorable call from the ref. Yeah, I mean, there's been some interesting calls for sure, but I definitely don't think that it's impacted the result of the game, though, because of the fact you look at the Warriors. They're up by 19. I think that if you have the Warriors were up by like 8 or 6 points, something like that, 6 to 8 points, and you had some bad calls, then it would definitely be reflective of maybe some bad calls. But I do think that since the Warriors are up by this much, they are shooting the basketball at a ridiculous rate. They're doing a great job shooting the three ball. But I do think you can make that argument. You can always make that argument in a lot of games for sure. It's very frustrating when calls don't go your way. But Sacramento, to be fair, is just really struggling from the floor. But I do really appreciate you for being here, Austin. Really appreciate it. And does think that the Kings are really struggling, and they're not going to more than likely be able to go up 3-0 for the first time in their history being in the NBA. That would have been really cool to have Sacramento being able to go up 3-0 for the first time ever. They've never done it before, and it would have been their first time. That would have been so cool. But the Warriors, if this series is going to get interesting, they definitely need to win this game, and they have a great chance to do it here. They're up by 19, and it looks like if they can continue to play some solid basketball down the stretch, then I think that overall the Warriors have this game all but wrapped up. The Ohio State says, imagine if Kings come back and win Game 4 with Draymond back for Warriors. All the talk will be then if Green is still a good fit in Golden State. That would be crazy. You have a great point there, V. Ohio State. I 100% agree with you. That would be something else for sure if you have Draymond Green coming back and then the Warriors lose. That would be nuts. I don't think that you can necessarily make an argument that Draymond Green's not a good fit. I just think that maybe he needs to be utilized better. But to your point, that is very interesting. Draymond Green is definitely a liability on the offensive end. But so is Looney for the most part, but his effort on offensive rebounding has been incredible. But on the other end for Sacramento, Domantas Sabonis with the slam dunk, 98-81. Sacramento cuts the lead for the Warriors down to 17, but the Kings need buckets quick, and they need stops. Curry with the ball. He's still in the game for Golden State. He's dribbling around with De'Aaron Fox. He's trying to make a move. He takes a mid-range too, and he almost gets the shot to fall, but Jonathan Kuminga with the putback slam. 100-81, 7 to go in the fourth. What a dunk there. Now Sabonis down low. Sabonis being guarded heavily, and he lays it in over Looney. 100-83. But it's, again, going back and forth is not going to be enough for the Kings. Sabonis does have 15 points and 15 rebounds, however. He has had a solid game. Curry, though, he's got the ball. He tried to swing it over to DiVincenzo, but it's deflected. But it's back in Curry's hands. What is Curry going to do with it? He's dribbling around. He kicks over to Klay. And Klay Thompson splash for three. 103-83. 6:20 to go in the fourth. And Sacramento is really running out of time here. Sabonis, he shoots a three, and it's short. He was wide open, but Sabonis could not get that shot to drop. And Curry with the ball again. 6:10 to go in the fourth, and the Warriors are up by a really comfortable 20-point lead. Klay Thompson in the mid-range, he knocks down another shot. 105-83, and I think this game is about over. Obviously, teams can score quick in the NBA, but the Warriors are up by 22 points. Fox draws a foul on Kuminga on the floor. It will not be 3 free throws. He tried to draw it on that 3, but it's on the floor. But, man, that is some great offense being displayed by the Warriors. Curry with some great passes to Klay Thompson, and Klay Thompson delivers with 2 buckets. 5:56 to go in the fourth quarter, and the Warriors are up by 22 points, 105-83. Kings inbounded. Barnes to Sabonis, over to Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray back to Sabonis. Malik Monk for 3, and Monk's 3 is no good. But Keegan Murray, he misses an easy layup. Keegan Murray had a very easy layup, but he could not get it to drop. Keegan Murray has not had a solid game. I think the rookie is definitely being overwhelmed by the playoffs for sure, but he could not get that shot to fall. Still 105-83. Curry dribbling around Keegan Murray again. He almost loses it. He shoots a 3 with 5 seconds on the shot clock. His shot is off, and Malik Monk taps the basketball to De'Aaron Fox. Up the floor to Harrison Barnes. Barnes for 3, and his 3 rattles in, out, and in. So 105-86. Harrison Barnes hit a couple of threes now. He got that one to fall. He's got 17 points. But Curry, with his team up by 19 in cruise control, if they can just continue to take care of the basketball and take good shots and run the shot clock down. Kuminga, he misses a shot in the mid-range. De'Aaron Fox with it for the Kings, down by 19. Sabonis with it. 4:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Sabonis into the lane. He misses a layup, and Looney with another rebound. He's almost up to 20 rebounds now. He has had a fantastic night overall for the Warriors. And I think there maybe is either a timeout or a foul, probably a timeout call, because Curry chunked up a 3, and it ended up going in, but it does not count. 105-86, 4:42 to go in the fourth, and there's been a lot of action in this game. Both teams played really hard, but it does look like the Sacramento Kings are going to fall short. It's really unfortunate overall for Sacramento that they're not going to be able to go up 3-0 for the first time ever. That stinks for them. but they're still in great shape in this series. They're going to be up 2-1. And if they can somehow steal a road win at the Warriors in game 4, they'll be up 3-1 and still in great shape to win the series. But even if it's 2-2, all they got to do is win their 2 remaining home games, and they will be able to win this series. So all is not lost for Sacramento, but all is there to gain for the Warriors. They have so much to gain. I think that the Warriors getting this win here, if they hold on, which they should, it gives them the confidence potential to be able to get back in the series, be able to win game 4. And then if they can find a way to win one on the road at Sacramento, they can win the series as well. So it's not over yet. This series should go to 6 or 7 games, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the series. It should be a lot of fun. But again, all is not lost for Sacramento just because they are not going to win this game. More than likely, they're still up 2-1. They're having a great season overall, and they can still win this series with some solid play, especially on their own floor. Chillax82, thanks for being here. He says, yeah, the Kings have taken more shots from the 3 than the Warriors. Unfortunately, their shots just aren't on the mark tonight. For sure, they're just struggling to shoot the ball. But I really appreciate you for being here, Chillax. Thanks for hanging out tonight. But Curry with the basketball, like you said, the Kings just have not been making the shots that the Warriors have been making. Looney to Klay Thompson in the corner, and Klay Thompson is money again. He is feeling it now. 108-86. De'Aaron Fox on the other end. He misses a 3 for the Kings, and Curry ends up with the basketball for the Warriors. 4:20 to go in this basketball game. Klay Thompson kicks over to Wiggins, back to Curry. He thought about the 3, now to Jordan Poole. And Poole's 3 is in and out. He had the shot, but it did not fall. Sabonis has it now for Sacramento. Kicks to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox swings to Keegan Murray, and Keegan Murray finally gets a shot to fall. It might be too little too late, but Keegan Murray's had a rough game, but that's a big shot there for maybe his confidence moving forward in this playoff series. But 3:40 to go in the 4th, 108-89. Jordan Poole swings to Klay Thompson. His 3 is no good. And I think there is a foul on the floor on Sacramento. So it might be 2 free throws for Golden State if Sacramento's in the bonus. I'm not 100% sure if they are in the bonus, but we'll have to see for sure. The Ohio State for the win says, do you think this could be a series where the home team wins every single game? That is possible. I 100% think that's possible. And if that's the case, then Sacramento will win the series because they're the higher seed. And when you're the higher seed, you will be able to win all your home games and move on. All you have to do is win those home games. Up 4-0, and you get the job done because there's 4 home games for the higher seeded team. So if that's the case, if what you say happens, then I do think that Sacramento will get this series 4-3. But I do think that Golden State could win a road game, but they just have been so poor on the road. That's what a lot of people have been talking about the season with the Warriors. They have not been a good road team, and they have definitely struggled on the road in this series, losing both of the series games that were at Sacramento so far. But I do think they still could be a team that has the capability of winning a road game because they're such a veteran team, but they're definitely going to have to get their act together, not turning it over if they want to get that done. But they took a point away from Golden State. It was 108-89. I think they might have taken a 3-point shot away. So now it's 107-89, 18-point lead for the Warriors. And Curry shoots a 3, and he hits another 3. 110-89, 3:20 to go in the 4th. And Curry has had a great game. He's got over 30 points. He's got 36 points, 6 of 12 from 3, and 12 of 25 from the field. Unbelievable. And on the other end, Sacramento lays it in 110-91, 3 to go in the 4th. Curry with the basketball, bringing it up the floor. And there is a foul that they called on Keegan Murray. Jordan Poole drew that foul. Maybe a bit of acting, but he did a good job selling that foul. But the Warriors fans are happy. They are all on their feet. And this game has saved the series for Golden State, at least for now. And like Ohio State said, but if every single team wins the home game, the Warriors are still doomed because of the fact that the Kings won the series 4-3. But it will be interesting to see if the Kings can get a road win at the Warriors in game 4 and be able to potentially put the series close to being away, or will the Warriors be able to get a road win at the Kings and be able to steal this series away? It'll be very interesting for sure. Chillax82 says, honestly, I think the fans' energy are really a game changer. It might be. I agree with you. the home crowd for both has been nuts. The Sacramento Kings crowd and the Golden State Warriors crowd. And you feed off that crowd and you play at an even higher level, I think it definitely plays a role. 112-91 Golden State over Sacramento. The Warriors are up by 21 points, 2:50 to go in the fourth. And there almost is a steal, and there is a steal. It was recovered by the Kings, but then they ended up losing the basketball again after they did recover it originally. Klay Thompson drives in, kicks back out to Jordan Poole. Pull into Looney, and Looney lays it in for his 4th point of the game. He only has 4 points, but again, he's got 20 rebounds and 9 assists. He has 4 points, 20 rebounds, and 9 assists. That is a crazy stat line for Kevon Looney. Looney definitely does not care about scoring the basketball if he can help out his team in other ways. And that is just insane, having 20 boards, 9 assists, and only 4 points. The Ohio State's Kings actually had a better road record than home record this regular season. 25-16 on road, 22-19 at home, but Warriors are so good at home. Yeah, for sure. And I do think that, to your point, the Warriors are definitely a much better team at home. And it's going to be very difficult for Sacramento to be able to beat them anytime at home. The way the Warriors played tonight, they played elite basketball tonight on the offensive and defensive side of the floor. I don't know if Sacramento is going to be able to steal a road win here, but you never know. But, man, the Warriors were great tonight. Chillax82 said the energy is insane at the Golden One Center. I'm not surprised if the Warriors are intimidated. It's that playing there. Us Kings fans are crazy. I agree. The Kings have had a fantastic crowd in both of the games that we're at the Kings so far. Both games were awesome, having that crowd for the Kings, and the way the Kings played, it really built up that energy overall. And I do think that the Warriors are going to have more problems being at Sacramento. Like you said, Sacramento's done a great job. Hey, it's sometimes okay to be crazy when you love your basketball team and want them to win, and the Kings deserve it. They haven't been in the playoffs since 2006, so they deserve to have a lot of fun. 114-95. The Golden State Warriors are going to get this win. The Kings just did hit a 3, though, but the Warriors, a big win for them. The series is now going to be 2-1 Sacramento, but a game the Warriors had to have, and their home crowd delivered for sure. 150 to go in the fourth. All of the backups are in now for both basketball teams because it's over. And the Warriors miss a 3. Now the ball is going down the floor for the Kings. The Ohio State love that Kevon Looney stat line. 4 points, 20 boards, 9 assists. Shows that basketball is so much more than just scoring points. I agree with you 100%, the Ohio State. Too many people get caught up on the points. Yes, Curry had 36 points, and he deserves a lot of praise for his performance. But you had a great game from Looney on the glass. He was unbelievable, and passing the ball as well with 9 assists. A great game from him, and there was a lot of teammates that stepped up as well. But Curry had a fantastic game, but it definitely is all about your teammates doing big things in other ways, and Looney was the epitome of that. And a big reason the Warriors won this game. Trent Veronis says Warriors playing like this down 2 key players. Game 4 energy will be crazy with them back. 100%. I think that a lot of people are worried about Draymond Green, though. Will he negatively affect the Warriors? I don't know, but for sure, I do think that the Warriors are definitely in a great position to be able to win Game 4 again. It will be tough for the Kings to win. Keegan Murray for 2. The Ohio State said this series goes to a Game 7. I just don't know if I can go against Golden State and all that experience despite Kings fan Warriors road woes this season. I agree, and Trent Veronis says the same thing. Scary for Kings if they go to 7. I think that it's possible that all the home teams do win in the home games, and I think that the Kings could win the series that way, but I really believe it would have been better for the Kings to get a road win here in this game, and maybe they can still do it in Game 4, but like you guys have said, I completely agree. If this goes to Game 7, it's going to be hard to bet against the Warriors with all that experience. I don't know. I think Sacramento really needed to win this game, but obviously it was really tough for that to happen. And the Warriors, they did not let it happen. This game is over 114-97. What a win for the Golden State Warriors over the Sacramento Kings to keep the playoff series alive. The Clippers and Suns are still on as well. That's going to be interesting to see what happens wrapping up that game as well. But the NBA playoffs have been tons of fun so far, and we have so much more to watch, so many more games in this series as well, and the Warriors have made it that much more interesting, getting it to a 2-1 series. Big win, must-have win for the Warriors, and they got the job done, 114-97. The Ohio State's Kings have to win once on the road to win the series, I think. especially if you don't trust them to be able to win that game 7 at home over the Warriors, then yes, they are going to have to be able to win a game on the road. But the way the Warriors played tonight at home, I don't know if the Kings can get that done. Obviously, a different game could have a different result, but who knows? This was a fantastic performance by the Warriors at home, and they are a great team and a much better team at home this season, and they delivered yet again. The Ohio State for the win. It's a great stream as always. Really appreciate the compliment. Thanks so much for being here, and I really appreciate all you guys for being here tonight. Win 114-97 for the Golden State Warriors over the Sacramento Kings. The Kings still lead 2-1, but the Warriors have made it that much more interesting. We've got a fantastic game 4 coming up in this series between the Warriors and Kings with Draymond Green back. Should be a lot of fun. Trim Verano is another great sport night. See you next time. Thanks for being here as well, Trim Verano. Really appreciate it. All you guys for being here. You guys make these streams a lot more fun. You guys are awesome, and this is why I have a lot of fun doing this. You guys being here is the reason. I really appreciate all your guys' support. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you guys so much. But thanks for being here, everybody. Like the stream down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Share the stream out on social media. But thanks for being here, everybody, tonight. What a game. What a win for the Warriors, 114-97. I'll hopefully be back soon to do some more playoff games, live reaction streams. Really appreciate all you guys for being here, but it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to some more NBA playoff games and some more games in this series as well. Should be a lot of fun, but what a win for the Warriors, 114-97. Kings lead 2-1, but what a win for the Warriors. Thanks for being here, everybody. It's been a fantastic night of NBA playoff action. It's not done yet. Phoenix and the Clippers are still on, but should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it, but what a win for the Warriors. I should hopefully be back soon to do some more games, but thanks for being here, everybody. You guys were